You do.
You want to hear something funny? Apparently, this entire time, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize.
we live?
We actually were like I hit the button, but apparently I didn't confirm it. I didn't actually confirm the live. So we have literally just been sitting here chilling for a minute. But it's all good because you know what? We really have not gotten anywhere. Actually, you know what it was? I can tell you exactly what it was. I saw in the chat that someone said, "Hey, Rob featured you in the video." That pretty much just threw everything out of whack.
Who the fuck have I been talking to this whole time?
Just me. You've just been talking to me, sir. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. We literally have been talking this whole time. And, literally, I clicked the button and, I forget that, I got so used to using OBS that, when you click go live, that motherfucker just all right, cool, you live. You ain't got to do nothing else. Yeah. This one, you actually have to confirm the live. And it's like, well, that sucks. But anyways, the good news is you guys get to see something just as awesome as what I saw. Apparently, I got featured in a Comics Explained video. And his 2 million subscriber joint. Apparently, I am in the video for a few seconds, and that's awesome.
What he doesn't tell you all is that he didn't know that shit until he read it in the chat, and he was talking to Talali House when he said it. This whole time, see, this is great. This is comedy gold.
Dude, yeah, no, that's right. I'll point out, it's right here, boom, right there in the face.
He pulled that up and everything. That is classic.
Dude, that is I'm just oh my God. But anyways, you know who I am. I'm Ernie, Blerd Without Fear. This is the homie. We got the homie Carter, variant 8337 in the building.
I like beer.
But no, dude, that's actually pretty awesome. That actually kind of, I'm not gonna lie, that actually threw me off my entire fucking game. But we got a jam-packed show for you today, so we're gonna try and get into it real quick. I do want to give shout-outs, church shout-outs, to K5 with the $3 super sticker, which is always awesome, always great to see. Those stickers are always so cute. Always gotta give shout-outs. Always gotta give shout-outs to that. Thank you so much. We love you. We love you. We love you. Here, let me see what else we got in here. Ooh,
you know what's funny?
What's up?
I read the comment from Bill 930-505 that said, "Are we late on schedule, Blerd Cave?" And I didn't think anything of it. But yeah, we were late because we were talking the entire goddamn time and never hit the live. But see,
I'm glad we caught it though. Glad we caught it because that would have been an interesting.
This is the kind of shit I wish we could do on a podcast where we have the goofy shit and then we just lead into it. Because apparently me being on Keeping It Plus Ultra was received rather well.
It was actually. So we should do it when I don't, because I typically only do it when I have interviews.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of okay, if it goes up, it goes up, it goes up. But yeah, shit. Y'all want to see Carter on more of the Keeping It Plus Ultras? Just let a bitch know. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. We got Art Cali with the 1999 super chat saying, "Greetings and salutations. Can I say but one to drop off my tithes, offering, and building fund contribution? Keep up the excellent work. You are two of the great ones." And look at it. See, that makes you we hear that makes you want to breathe in. I now get why The Rock always did that. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. Let's see here.
Well, man, we were not on CPT today.
No.
We actually started on time.
We actually did.
We did the equivalent of going to work and start doing your job
before you
didn't clock in.
Oh my God. That's basically, I'm not gonna lie, that is legitimately what happened. But you know what? We can't start this shit off until we gotta do things the right way. And the right way is to give love and praises to K5 in the motherfucking building. We got Warren Regis. We got the homie Gabriel, the Dark Knight in this motherfucker. We got Geronimo Smith in the goddamn building. We got Artie Aaron 70 from across the pond. We got Gilla V. We have the one and only, the true Pharaoh in the goddamn building. We got the Birdtown Music Group here. We got Hugh Ratcliffe Jr., Leon, A. Casey Jr. We got Cyrus, Uchimaru. Look, that's the out that Uchimaru clan from down south. We got Scott Yar in the building. By the way, I got the package that you sent out to me. Thank you so much for that. We got the homie R. Cali 1 in the building. We got Bot Boy versus who? I don't know. Versus everybody in this motherfucker. We got Jose Pangelinan in here. We also got Trip 08201 in the cut. We also got, speaking of cuts, we got Ed Boy in the motherfucking cut. We got Black Panther's wayward cousin twice removed, Red Lion, in the goddamn building. We also got the homie Poe Archery Media in this motherfucker. Go check out Sankofa's Embrace. Stop playing with me. We also got the COBY in the building. We also got Vampire Hunter Greg in the building. See, y'all don't know, that's Vampire Hunter D's kid brother. Y'all need to quit fucking around with him. This man is grimy. We got Splosh in the goddamn building. We got Talali House in the building. We got Same O Sean in this motherfucker. We got Mailman. We also got Lamar Rolak. We got the, wow, man, probably the coolest thing about Baron Corbin, the end of days in this motherfucker. We also got Bill 930505 in this motherfucker. We got Hiryu Noshi in this motherfucker. We got CT Cook in this some bitch. We got, oh wait, dude, Damian Wayne in the building. What?
I don't like you.
We got the Urban Prince of Strong Style in the building. We got Chad 9898, Enigma 9x9. We also got Venom Absolutes in the motherfucking building, because you know what? It is what it is. We got him. We got Victor Creed in the motherfucker. Just came straight up out the hole to come say what's up. We got Mario Freeman in the goddamn building. We got Mr. Yuri G. Got Jason Davis and Moses Blackthorn. Dude, by the way, that is a badass name right there. I just got to put that out there. We got Creek Evil in this motherfucker. We got Blues House and RP Jesus 316 in the goddamn building. R. Jack Fellhand and Wild Child 730 NY2 Vegas, and we'll see in this bitch. Not to mention, we also got the homie Night 19 in here with the $10 super chat. Says, some say that a character is a token simply because they are the only member of a marginalized group on a team, organization, etc., and shun them. When do you think a character should be considered a token?
I got called a token on Twitter not 20 minutes ago.
He is not lying. He is not lying. I actually, I saw it. It's happened. It's on Twitter. It's real. I mean, me personally, I don't. Okay, so full disclosure, I don't even like using the term token because I feel it's incredibly dismissive. However, it's not to say token characters don't exist. They used to exist prominently back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, even the 90s, to a degree. And you could even say some recently, but I don't think you have as many of those now as you do today, at least in terms of race. You may have some token other things, but you know, for me personally, I feel like, yeah, if a character is incredibly underdeveloped, if their only purpose in existing is to make the main character feel loved or honored or motivate them to do something, that's the only way I would consider them a token. They have no personality of their own. My God.
Right.
Lord,
but before we get to it,
yes.
Trip 08201 with the full 99. This offering is to get the Bob Cheapskate TFAH project.
Boom. Right to the face. Let's go.
Debo, the Black Panther. Zeus, was a Black Panther. I can't believe it. With the 50 bomb, well, we tease him a lot because we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all young bucks don't know about that, but yeah, I'm here for it. So am I when I sober up.
I'm about to say, y'all look, y'all know he drinking them Steve Weisers. By the way, thank you for those super chats. Debo the Black Panther out here, like for real, with 50. Good Lord. See, Debo's like, no, y'all are high value. So,
question, Debo. If you're the Black Panther, did Killmonger hit you in the back of the head with a brick? Was his daddy in the back saying, "Come on, Kill. Come on, Kill"? Was he doing it? Was he doing it? I don't even want to talk about tokens, y'all. I feel like tokens should stay at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes. Chuck E. Cheese, Dave and Buster's, wherever the fuck they still use tokens. But that said, man, we have some crazy shit to talk about today, man. I just want to put it out there. Things I never thought I would say.
Okay.
This year is that Disney is being sued by an Avenger.
I mean, that's one way to fucking put it.
The things I did not know.
An Avengers Academy just opened in California.
Right, dude. Yeah, right? Dude, I was literally sitting here talking about some, man, dude, I was like, I can't wait to go check out Avengers Academy. It's going to be lit. And they're going to find out, look, we ain't going to see no Black Widow at the Avengers Academy. Black Widow, look, they're going to have Black Widow, they're going to have her replaced with something else. You're going to start seeing Spider-Woman in that motherfucker. But no, Black Widow. You know what? Before we jump to it, I do want to address this real quick because I did see this. I saw something about this, and we got us a super chat about it. So I want to kind of take a look at this real quick.
Okay.
We got Trusty Milkshake with the $20 super chat. Says new details emerged on Disney's Predator reboot. Mm-hmm. It's called Skull, and it is about the first Predator to come to Earth. Any thoughts? Well, you know, okay. I tell you what. I'll fuck with you on this one. I think there's a lot of potential because you know what that would mean. Predators have been coming to Earth for a long time. That could very easily mean a predator that arrives in like BC times, a predator that arrives during the Civil War. You name it. I think the more low tech you make the environment around the predator, the better off you are. Think about it. Think about it. The best Predator movie takes place where? In a fucking jungle. A jungle where the heat is at an all-time high. Lord, why are you shaking your head?
The best Predator took place in the streets.
You talk about box office masterpiece Predator 2 with Danny Glover?
You goddamn right. Namely because that's the first one I saw.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay, so I was a culture child and had seen the first Predator before I saw Predator 2 in theaters.
And I was a broke motherfucker who had to watch Predator 2 on TV. Don't try me. Don't try me. Matter of fact,
well, okay,
I didn't even see it on TV. Shit was rented by my uncles from Blockbuster.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. I actually don't like. I know a lot of people like to shit on Predator 2. I actually like Predator 2. I don't think it's as good as the first one.
I didn't know that until years later that movie gets dunked on.
Oh no, it gets dunked, dude. It gets dunked on the regular.
I never knew that.
But here's the thing, though. It's actually, to me, it's not a bad movie. It's just that it has the misfortune of not being as like it has misfortune of, for one, you didn't have an action star in it the way that you had like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You had Danny Glover, who people didn't really see as an action star, despite being in the Lethal Weapon movies, but he's not the action part of that duo. He's more the logic and the common sense behind that duo. So people didn't see it that way. So you're seeing Danny Glover act out. You're basically seeing Danny Glover act like Riggs. He's not Murtaugh in Predator 2. He's Riggs. He's Mel Gibson's character. Yeah. In Predator 2, he's the one when the chief has to call the cop to his office and chastise him because he's out here doing too much. He's out here in these streets acting a whole fool, acting a whole monkey. Instead of it being Riggs getting dragged into the captain's office, getting yelled at, it was Danny Glover. When are you seeing that?
Everyone was always sweating in that movie because they act like this was like the summer in LA and it was just hot in the motherfucker.
But that's the thing though. That was kind of the point though, because in the first Predator, the whole thing is the Predator is drawn to like high heat and high conflict. And so and that's a lot of people, I don't think that was some commentary a lot of people didn't catch, is that in the first Predator movie, the reason why the Predator's there is because it's incredibly hot and there's motherfuckers shooting everywhere. In LA, it's supposed to be gang warfare going on, and it's hot in the motherfucker. That's why the Predator's there. Also, by the way, shout outs to King Willie. Shout outs to King Willie, man. Rest in peace to a real one. That's the other thing I love. A motherfucker's badass in a Predator movie when the Predator kill him and you don't see it. The Predator just walk up, and all you hear is the
I'm just happy that we're talking about actual Predator movies because, chat, I'm going to tell you why you should never have white friends. One of my white friends, he has this shit stuck in my fucking head because for whatever reason, solely because he thought the name was funny, he wants to make, shout out to Tornado Jones because he's a Twitch streamer. He wants to make a porn movie based on the Predators, but it's only because he loves the name he thought of. It's called, wait for it, Spredators. Yeah. Danger, danger, danger. And SFC Cape Killer, Predator versus RoboCop, cut the check. That has actually already been done in comic form.
Yes, it has, yeah.
It was Predator versus RoboCop versus Terminator, and I think Judge Dredd may have been involved.
Judge Dredd was somewhere.
Capacity. But yeah, that has already happened.
Because you had Alien versus Predator, you had Batman versus Predator, you had Terminator versus RoboCop, and then somewhere in the middle, all these motherfuckers just converged on each other. Everybody was killing everybody. Here, let's see. We also got King Kunta with $5 super chat says, off on an edible at work, waiting for the podcast. How y'all doing? Hey, we love you, brother. We love you. Man, pass one of them edibles. We also got the Ninja Ganko with $10 super chat says, wake me up when Red Dead Redemption is a movie. I mean, technically, they did make that a movie.
I did not like the first one.
What about the first Red Dead?
Yeah, but I think it's because I think you and I had this conversation. I didn't play Red Dead. I didn't play Red Dead first. I played Gun first.
Okay, yeah.
And it was basically the same thing.
Yeah, I feel the same way when people talk to me about like The Last of Us and Days Gone. I feel the same way. It's like, I mean, granted, I played Days Gone after I played The Last of Us, but like I played Days Gone before I played Last of Us Part 2, literally right before I played The Last of Us Part 2, and like it painted my enjoyment of Last of Us Part 2 just a lot. Just a lot. Because I was like, nah, I'd rather hang out with Deacon St. John. This dude's way more interesting than what's going on with all this other shit. This guy actually has a personality. And he's not sad.
Like a porn name. Jesus Christ.
Hey, look, he kind of talks like a porn character too, because Sam Witwer. And he's using this very like, well, wow. He has a drawl on everything he says. Not to mention, movie very devoid of black people. Or not movie, but game very devoid of black people. Like the one black dude in the entire game that gets focused on is problematic. I'm like, why? Why the one black dude got to be the fucked up motherfucker? But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into our we got stories. So yes, Scarlett Johansson is suing the House of Mouse, House Disney, whose house motto is "Give me my goddamn money." That is the motto. That is the house. If this was Game of Thrones, that'd be the house motto of Disney. But no, we've got this very interesting situation, a very, very interesting situation where, yeah, I never thought I'd see the day that an Avenger is wholesale out here, just going after Disney, trying to get them coins. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I have mixed feelings. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this, Carter.
I don't.
Very mixed feelings.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Let's just look into it. So the whole deal that's going on here right now is that Scarlett Johansson is upset because of the release of Black Widow, because the way that her contract was worded, the way it was written, was that she was supposed to get an exclusive theater release.
Mm-hmm.
And not only was she to get an exclusive theater release, she was also her salary for the film was going to be based on the box office's on the film's box office performance, which she feels took a hit because the movie was released on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Now, basically, her suit, for all intents and purposes, reads: Disney intentionally induced Marvel's breach of the contract without justification in order to prevent Miss Johansson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel. Now, here's the thing. She's not suing Marvel. She's suing Disney. And that's what that means when they say that Disney intentionally induced Marvel's breach of contract. She's basically saying that I'm not blaming Marvel for this shit. I'm blaming Disney for this shit. Mm-hmm. And even Kevin Feige has expressed anger and displeasure at the situation, feeling that, you know, not necessarily putting words into his mouth, but basically probably feeling the same way that I think maybe many of us may or may not feel. At least I know I feel this way, that why not just adjust the money from Disney Plus and pay out of that bag? Because from what I heard, the movie did numbers on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. From what I've read about it, it seemed like it was actually a success for them on that side of things. And I mean, heck, the way it all kind of plays out, you could break her off some bread and everybody be happy. But I don't know. I feel like the reason why I don't feel like I 100% know how I feel about this is because on one side, I'm kind of like, I don't think Disney Plus really fucked her up that bad. The Black Widow movie that bad, because you still have piracy. That is still a thing. Theaters are an outdated model. And honestly, as much as I love going to the movie theater, having gone to go see Black Widow in IMAX and having sobered up after that moment, I kind of didn't miss it. And I've gotten really accustomed to just like, even before the pandemic, I was accustomed to watching movies at home, just because it was. If I had the opportunity, I would rather watch it at home than go to a theater, because motherfuckers be talking during the movie. Motherfuckers be snacking loud as fuck. Motherfuckers be answering the phone in the middle of the movie and say, "Oh yeah, I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I can talk." I don't miss that shit. I don't miss sitting next to some mouth breather. While I'm trying to watch the movie and I'm hearing this motherfucker's like I can literally hear every breath this motherfucker takes in. As if he is like desperately dying. I don't miss any of that. But then again, I don't know. Just Carter, where are you at on this, man? Where are you at on this?
Yeah. I can understand it because let's say you and I had a job. You know what? Let's keep it. Let's keep it legit. Let's keep it real.
Okay. Keep it plus ultra, mind you.
Okay. So, like I brought up in the last cave, I have a job where I'm working alongside the LAPD. I'm getting paid what people in this field have bachelor degrees are getting paid. Mm-hmm. Some of them feel that I should not be getting paid that because while they have degrees, I do not. But what I do have is experience. So, number one, hold that. Because I know some of y'all watch it because you all told me you were a fan of Ernie, but not me. But I know y'all watching it, but hold that. So my thing is, let's say like you were hired for a job. They said they were going to pay you X amount of money. Mm-hmm. But then you find out that you work with someone else that's working less, but they're getting paid more than you. Right. You busting your ass trying to make as much of this as you can. Somebody who's doing less work than you is getting paid a shitload more than you. So that's the kind of shit that I thought about. Just like think about how you would be upset at that. So, okay, I'm going to make a certain amount of money if this comes out in theaters. Mm-hmm. I think it was more so Scarlett Johansson think that this was going to be a box office smash. And I know that the movie is getting bombed in several... we're not really bombed, but I know a lot of people are saying that the movie wasn't good and it was this and it was that. But here, number one, it was better than Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, let's go ahead and keep it a buck.
I'm thinking Scarlett was basically banking on this movie, with this being, as far as we know, her last hurrah. So I think that she was banking on this movie being a box office smash. It was not a box office smash because the box office was really in a motherfucker's living room.
Yeah.
If I was only supposed to get paid a certain amount, if I was going to get paid more, if it was a box office smash, but you release it in the living room, I would be pissed too. Hey, if let's say you and I come out with a fucking comic, okay? Since you got the DC Connect now, Mr. DC Comics Twitter tweeting Blerd minus fear bullshit. Let's say you and I had a comic drop. All DC said, hey, we're going to pay you this much depending on how many issues are sold in comic stores. Okay, cool. People like us. People are going to go buy it in the stores. Fuck yeah, they love Carter and Ernie. They're going to buy the fuck out of that book just to see what shenanigans we're going to get into. And then you find out that this book made a shitload of money on Comixology.
Okay.
But they never told us they were going to put the book on Comixology.
Right.
So here we are banking on all these shops buying the Adventures, Blerd, and Carter variant, whatever the fuck, while it's making DC a shitload of money on Comixology. Would you not be pissed?
Oh yeah, well no, most certainly. That's kind of my thing.
I am. With it, you know.
Yeah. I'm definitely I'm with you on the on that part. Like, because I mean, I agree. I mean, she should get paid, and I mean, give her a cut of the Disney Plus racket. I mean, what's the harm in that? I mean, I get the point of why they released it, because technically, here's the fucked up part about this. You want to hear the fucked up part about this? This is where shit's about to get real. Disney was more than happy to wait until everything opened up permanently to put the movie out. It was fan pressure. Well, no, and you can't say it isn't. You can't say it is, because technically, you think about how long Marvel held on to this shit. They literally kept pushing the date back every time. Every time they thought that the shit was going to open up, and like people everywhere was like, no, just go ahead and release. Even we said that shit. On the show. Me and you both said it. Just go ahead and release it. Everybody else was saying the same shit too. And well, they did it. And it's not to say that necessarily it's anybody's fault. It doesn't make it our fault. But Disney eventually just said, fuck it. Go ahead and put it on Disney Plus too, because people clearly, they want to just go ahead and see it, and we want to get the most eyes on it as humanly possible. And let's be fair, even when I went to the theater, not a lot of people were going to the movies to see anything. It's not just a Black Widow. It was everything else too. Like when I was at the theater, I mean, it was hardly no one there. And I went to go see this motherfucker at like a peak time, where like a ton of motherfuckers would be in that sumbitch, and nobody was there.
Yeah, I mean, of course, no one would be there right now because of everything going on.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, so what should Disney have done? Should they have just kept pushing the date back and pushing the date back and pushing the date back?
No, I think they should have. I'm hoping this isn't the case, but it seems like she was making money that was going to be. She was supposed to make money on. What's the best way to say this? She signed a contract based on what money was going to be made in theaters. But with everything going on, I feel like a contract should have been changed, or something should have been.
Yeah, no, it should have been. Yeah, no,
something should have been put in there, and Disney didn't do that. No. And
yeah.
Come on now, like if this is Disney we're talking about, so they're on their P's and Q's. So I think they knew what they were doing when it comes to this instance. Now I see someone in chat, Blue's House, that's saying she deserves something, but not the extra $50 million. Here's where I will agree, but also disagree. With your Scarlett Johansson, and you've been in several of these films before all these other people came along. That's one thing Ernie has said to me several times when I have said certain things about this Black Widow film, that she was in this one. She got the character development in this movie, in this movie. And then you look at somebody like Robert Downey Jr., who started the whole fucking thing, who is quite possibly from all these films a fucking billionaire now.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say since she has been in these films as well, she doesn't deserve her own money. I think if you're just looking at what Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Ruffalo, they just added on to this shit because I'm pretty sure they didn't know if they were going to get Edward Norton or not.
The deal with Edward Norton, that was a mutual let's stay the fuck away from each other deal.
Okay, so my point is, why doesn't she deserve that money? Maybe not exactly what they were getting, but she deserves her bag just like they got theirs. I don't disagree. Why people would make the argument she deserves something, but not $50 million. I can see that why you would say that, but at the same time, again, this is Disney we're talking about. They're on their Q's. They knew what they were going to do and were trying to get out on the cheap side.
These contracts that were signed pre-COVID, and they should have adjusted those contracts.
Absolutely.
Considering how long we were in the pandemic, though there was plenty of time for those contracts to be adjusted. There's even a rumor stating that they tried, at least not saying Disney, but Johansson and her side tried to renegotiate contracts, but Disney would ignore it. Yes. But I don't know how true or real that is. It's hearsay.
Yeah, that's why. Like I see Hideo Noshi in the chat saying that she's the one who made the deal. She's the one who made the deal before we had a global goddamn pandemic on us.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's what you have to take into the equation.
Like honestly, no one saw the pandemic coming. The movie was being made well. All right, let's be real. If I'm not mistaken, the movie went into production well before 2020.
Yeah.
The movie went to, technically, from a production standpoint, the movie went into production in late 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So late 2018, early 2019. So think about that for a second. The movie didn't just, I know because we were trapped in 2020 for so long. A lot of people, their memory is short on how long it's been, but The movie was, I mean, this is something that literally had been done. The movie was done. It just sat on the shelf. And the thing is, we need to keep that. We need to be consistent with our energy on this shit, because I see a lot of the same people who were saying, just release the movie, just release the movie, just release the movie. I remember, I can't tell you how many times I remember us, talking about the Black Widow movie on previous Blerd caves and seeing tons of people chatting, just go ahead and fucking release it on Disney Plus. Fuck the theater.
Yeah.
So y'all weren't gonna go to the theater, no way. So let's not even sit here and pretend like you were. But the other thing to look at too is, I know where Scarlett Johansson was coming from, because when she cut this deal, y'all got to think about what movie came out before this. And that was Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel came out, had a whole ass trumped up hate campaign against it, where motherfuckers were review bombing it on Rotten Tomatoes.
Black Widow should have came out first.
I mean, we can say this till we turn blue in the face. The point of the matter is, it didn't. And honestly, if it did, it probably would have sucked, because Joss Whedon was involved. So, did you want that ugly ass Joss Whedon Black Widow?
Okay,
the one that we got.
This is what I'll say on it, because you're making some really good points here. The pandemic happened. She should have got whatever money that she signed that she was going to get. And they, honest to God, they honestly should have treated Disney Plus like it was a fucking like it was the theaters as well.
No, they should have.
I think because I don't have Disney Plus anymore. They charge for this movie, right?
$30.
What the fuck are we talking about? That's basically theater money.
That's 2 tickets. That's 2 tickets right there.
We could have stopped all of this by pay that white woman. Pay that girl.
Please.
Y'all know what y'all doing. This is the wrong atmosphere to try to fuck over a woman right now.
Yeah, no,
it is. With millions on the table. This is the wrong playing field to do this.
This ain't the move. This ain't the move.
Why y'all doing this to a woman who deserves the goddamn money? But y'all won't do this to that redhead heifer over there across the street. Talking
about Amber Heard. With her hair always wet.
Who's been riding, who has given you all solid performances with the shit you have given her. But this child over here in the water. Oh, she on sequels and trailers, and she just whooping Captain Jack's ass around here.
Oh yeah. Well, because think about it, what was it? She was in Iron Man 2. She was in Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Let's see here. Of course we got. I can't remember. I don't think she was any. I don't think she was any of the other ones. Kind of in between all that until you get back to Captain America: Civil War, and then you've got Avengers: Infinity War, which she featured very heavily in. And then you've got Avengers Endgame, which she also, for the most part, featured very heavily in. And then, you got the Black Widow. So this hasn't been in a ton of movies for y'all, and has been one of the better parts of most of those movies, with the exception of a couple. But the thing is, I know what Scarlett Johansson was looking at. That's what I was talking about earlier, was Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel had a whole hate campaign against it. People review bombed it. People talk shit about the movie. People talk shit about the movie for a whole 2 years leading up to its release. And that movie still made over $1 billion at the box office. So, of course, Scarlett Johansson saw that and was like, okay, we can make $1 billion right here. We have opportunity to get some bread. I want a piece of the box office. Which she isn't, honestly, she has a right to.
Yeah.
Now, once again, like I said, I'm conflicted about how I feel about a lot of this, but it's not to say that I don't want her to get her money. I think she deserves to get her money. I also, at the same time, feel that what Disney needs to be doing is renegotiating these contracts to take into account Disney Plus when they decide that they want to release these things at home. Because I'm a guarantee you're going to start losing people if this is how the business model is going to continue, and they're not, and only Disney is getting a cut of the Disney Plus,
because it's seeming like
the early access.
It's almost some hood shit in a sense.
No, it is some hood shit.
I'm not gonna give you your money on you know what I'm saying unless you bring it up. You know. I know I owe you, but I mean, if you don't say nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing. That's what
right.
Like
that's what it was. No, well. Here's the thing. Real quick, I do want to address King Kunta right here. He said, was it $5 super chat said Disney better stop playing with Scarlett Johansson. She should go big word from Friday on them hashtag pay the actors off an edible chocolate chip cookie. Y'all ain't shit. But that's why I love you. I love you because you ain't. Well, I saw somebody was talking about, was it here it is right here, Bergtown Music Group with the 499 Junt said Steamboat Willie got red in his ledger. They need to get actors the same streaming royalties the musicians have. Also true. Also incredibly true. Yes, these actors need to be paid. They need to get their money. And especially considering the fact that Scarlett Johansson did a lot of she did a lot of her own stunt work from what I understand. She put in the work. She did the all the press stuff. I stayed seeing her on all them Marvel Studios YouTube videos. There's promoting Black Widow. She was out here handling her side of the game.
Yeah. Okay. So
give her coins.
Apologies for cutting you off, but I want to get to this because I see this question in chat from CSQ. If ScarJo wins, are y'all prepared to pay higher prices for day and date streaming? Here's the thing.
We already are.
And I'm gonna say something that hopefully you all know already. Hopefully it's not a light bulb that's going off in you motherfuckers' heads. And I feel like if enough people do this, they won't get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
If you all are already spending money on a streaming service, you shouldn't be paying extra to watch some shit any fucking way. Okay. The fact that you do, okay. The fact that you all do pay this fee, this extra fee on top of the streaming service that you're already paying for, that lets them know, okay, let's see how much more we can get.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't really feel like anyone's gonna have to pay higher prices for day and day streaming. I honestly think this was this was an instance of, like I said earlier, if she don't say nothing about it, we're gonna say nothing about it. If she's quiet, we quiet.
Yeah,
I think this was just them trying to just hold that money and put it into something else. Not saying they're broke, but
no, they're not broke.
If she ain't gonna say nothing about it, then I mean we ain't gotta really pay this bitch nothing. So I think that's what it is. I don't think anyone's gonna have to pay higher prices for this.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: the higher prices aside, I've been very vocal about the fact that if Disney wants to continue doing this model, what I would find more preferable is make a separate billing structure. Or payment option, like let's say, okay, you pay $7.99 a month for Disney Plus or whatever it is now. I can't remember. Let's say just like how you can bundle in Hulu and was it National Geographic and all this other bullshit. Why not have a payment option where you can get automatic early access or premier access to the movies? Like instead of paying $7.99, you pay $14.99 or something like that. That would make more sense to me on a long-term scale. Because the reason why I say I don't have a problem paying the extra is because, I mean, if a movie comes out VOD, you're gonna pay for it anyway. A lot of these movies that do like in theater on demand, you're paying for that anyway. You're gonna pay, honestly, depending on what the movie is, anywhere from $10 to $15, $20 for the motherfucker. And in most cases, you're just renting. In most cases,
I mean,
you're just renting.
Look at Comcast, dude. Look at Comcast. You remember when there used to be films that came out? They would come out in the theaters, and then they would come out on Comcast on demand. You didn't have to pay for them.
That changed. That changed.
I know it changed, but I'm like, do you remember when the case was? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I remember it, but it was you also got to think about the quality of the movies that they did that with. Which is why I pointed HBO Max. Because HBO Max has actually lost a shit ton of money not charging people. And that's kind of where I'm going with this, is that not only have they pissed off the movie theaters, they pissed off the filmmakers. Because I guarantee you, HBO didn't restructure those contracts either. Or if they did, it's highly unfavorable to the people who made the movies. Which is why a lot of those people are pissed off. And also, we got to remember, too, of the movies that they have released for free on HBO Max, how many of them have actually been, like, legitimately good? Like, legitimately good, worth seeing in the theater. I can't think of but maybe one.
HBO Max films?
Of the HBO Max films that are released for free so far. I'm not counting the Suicide Squad because, well, for one, it doesn't come out till next week on streaming. And apparently it's very good. But, like, so far, what was it? We had Godzilla versus Kong. We had Wonder Woman 84. What was another? There was the other movie. What was it called? Those Who Wish Me Dead. We had Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
We also had Tom and Jerry.
I don't really think you could even say
and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat. Those were all movies that HBO Max like bragged about releasing free.
Yeah, and I don't think that you can actually say that how many of those are really good. A lot of these we knew.
I watched them.
But my point is, you're just one person, though. Even though you and I both said that Wonder Woman 84 was some hot trash, you can't tell me that movie wouldn't have made a shitload box office weekend.
Box office weekend, yes, but would have recouped its budget is the question, because that's the thing that's the whole issue right now with Black Widow. Black Widow made some decent money at the box office. But I mean, I don't remember exactly what its budget is. But if it actually made its budget back, it was probably just barely at the box office. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, like, okay, case in point. Okay, the movies that everyone thinks should have made, like, okay, Mortal Kombat. Let's go back to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat's probably the biggest, probably one of the biggest offenders, because that movie got clowned. I mean, people, like, honestly, the only people were talking about Mortal Kombat for all the wrong reasons. It was always trending for all the wrong reasons. Godzilla vs. Kong was a legitimately good film and was, for the most part, universally well received. Meanwhile, you go to Wonder Woman 84. I mean, that one, the audience is split on that one. I think the movie's garbage, but once again, audience is split. There's people who love it, there's people who hate it, and which honestly is kind of like the first Wonder Woman movie. There's people who love it, there's people who hate it. It's a very evenly split crowd there. There's a vocal minority somewhere in there probably, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. But you have to pay these people. You have to renegotiate these contracts. You have to recoup this money some way, somehow. Yeah. And while HBO Max seems like the benevolent deity, giving fire from the gods to the people by giving us free movies on HBO Max, they are not necessarily in the best position right now. Because they have shareholders who are coming with pitchforks. They've got movie theaters who are completely against them. They have filmmakers who don't want to work for them anymore. So, I mean, you got to do something. You got to pay. And, I mean, you had to pay when you go to the theater. Not saying you should pay as much. Yeah. But you got to pay something. Just it is what it is. But Scarlett Johansson's not the only one, though. Your girl Emma Stone. She recently opened up and said she's weighing her options. Yeah. That she's weighing her options as to what she should do, considering the fact that I don't even remember if they made her movie Cruella Premier Access. I think that one was actually free to watch, or I might be thinking about Luca. Luca was free to watch. I think Cruella was actually one you had to pay for.
The Dark Cruella Rises.
The one where her mama got pushed off the that ledge by the damn dog.
This is kind of fucked up when you think about it, though, just because had Scarlett Johansson not said anything,
right,
everybody would have kept it moving, because people are scary as fuck with reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sad part of all of this, is that I honestly don't believe that Emma Stone would have said shit had there not been traction with Scarlett Johansson, since Scarlett Johansson is a bigger star than she is.
Right.
So it says a lot that even with everything that is going on right now in Hollywood when it pertains to women and Me Too and all this shit there, they are still spooked to speak up.
Yeah.
With fuck it, even though these are all celebrities and they're all millionaires, but at the end of the day, they scared to speak up with millions on the table.
Oh yeah,
which says a hell of a lot.
That says a lot. Also, I will say the only part of me that makes me go, I don't feel sorry about this one as much as I do about Black Widow, is because legitimately no one asked for the Cruella movie.
Especially done the way it was done. Nobody
asked for that shit. Ninja Ganko with a $5 super said Black Widow became an unpaid bill, redheaded stepchild. I like it though. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like I said, I still want her to get her money because I feel like, she deserves it. Now, yeah, I do agree. She doesn't deserve just some out of the blue number. I think it should be proportionate to what was made on Disney Plus. If she feels that Disney Plus took away from her box office, she should get a cut of it. And if Disney Plus did numbers with their side of things, then fuck it. Give her a cut of the money. Give her half. Or whatever. I don't know. Something. CT Cook with a $5 super chat says ScarJo needs to sue those rats till their mouse holes bleed. Hashtag Sasquatch. I mean, I'm not mad at you. I don't disagree. Yeah. I do not disagree at all in this. Like I said, I feel that she is owed coins. You know what I'm saying? She is owed her coins. She deserves it. They need to give it to her. Jace Davis with $2 super chat says RDJ and Evans better put on the cape for their sis. I'm actually waiting. I'm thinking they will. Kevin Feige has already himself come out and said that he's already kind of spoken up. And I think that the other actors are probably now. Okay, there is one person I did feel. I'm not sure if they were trolling or what, but Dave Bautista did come out and say something. He in response to this, he basically said, "See, y'all should have made that Drax movie." But I couldn't tell, with the way Dave Bautista's been lately, I can't tell if he's trolling ScarJo or if he's trolling Disney or if he's trolling the fans. It's hard to tell with Bautista these days because that motherfucker just be all over the place. Yeah. But let's see. Trip 08201 with the 49 super chat says Bob Cheapskate got caught trying to cut the middle. Come on, son. You ain't Frank Lucas. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, Bob Cheapskate is catching it today. I'm just putting it out there. Yeah. Chi-Town Dan with the $5. What was that?
No, I was just gonna say, but Kevin Feige speaking up, and he's gonna be the guy in the foreseeable future that's making you all even more billions of dollars. Because that's the thing I want to get. Like, let me cut this. Let me cut the head off this dragon before it even starts. Because I saw Daddy Dreet say that Disney is losing too much money to be fair. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. This is. I drank too much beer. I threw up in my mouth a little bit. Ew. Ugh.
Oh, Lord. No. Don't.
Fuck. Disney is a $1 billion company. If they're losing anything, they're losing a couple million here and there. They are a $1 billion company who's stingy with their money.
Well, that's how the rich stay rich. They don't spend their money.
Exactly. So
now they can afford to give it to her. They can. Yeah.
Thank you. So
like I don't disagree
saying that they're losing too much money. No, big dog.
No. I'm not saying they're losing money giving her money.
Oh no, I'm not
saying
talking
they're
about you.
losing money giving shit away for free.
Okay,
that's what I'm talking about. Because they can't give her money if they're giving shit away for free. That's the thing. I'm not saying that's the thing. I think that's the whole misconception here. Is that I'm not saying that Disney is broke or that they don't have the money to give her. They gotta get the money.
Yeah.
To give her the money. That's what I'm saying. That's why you really, up until this very instance, we haven't really heard very many MCU actors or any other actors under Disney properties being particularly upset about how much money they've been paid. Because Disney is getting the bag and tightening them up.
Okay.
Whereas on the HBO Max Warner Brothers side of things, you're hearing motherfuckers squeaking.
Yeah.
You hear motherfuckers go, well, bro.
You know what? I mean, at this point with HBO Max, who fucking knows? Just because I still think even though they got pushed back because of COVID, I think they're still putting Matrix and fucking John Wick and shit on HBO. Well, I know Matrix for sure. It's still getting put on HBO Max.
Some of those have changed. Some of those have actually changed.
Okay.
HBO Max has actually walked back their statement on a lot of those movies. They've actually walked the ones I think they announced. I think they're gonna go ahead and do, but even those are probably gonna be in theater as well.
Yes, I mean, Matrix being the Matrix, that completely. I didn't see that shit happening before theaters opened up. I said, no, Matrix is too goddamn big for y'all to put. I don't believe that.
Well, that's why
Dune
and the Batman and all those other movies, all those they were like, no, those are not going on HBO Max. Dune was originally announced for HBO Max.
Yeah,
they took that shit off.
Are you serious? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they took that off. It's not going to be.
I didn't see the original film, so I didn't really see a lot of people going.
It's a bigger movie than a lot of people realize. Okay. That's a movie people have been. Dude, okay, look at the cast.
Well, I did see the cast, but
look at how much money they spent on that movie. That movie has been in development hell for a long time.
Let me confirm, because people in the chat are saying that Dune is still on HBO Max, and I'm reading this $5 super chat from Chi-Town Dan saying, if it was reversed and ScarJo had cut into Disney's bag, we all know that rat son of a bitch would have sent every lawyer it owned after her. So go get your money, girl.
We'll see.
Okay, as far as HBO Max, as far as it looks, Dune comes out on October 22nd in theaters and on HBO Max.
Okay.
On ad-free plan. So
on the ad-free, that's the other thing that's changed.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, even regardless of that, that's a lot of the reason why a lot of the people that are involved with this shit, a lot of them are unhappy. Because there are no clear guidelines, there are no clear cut, like rules to this shit. It's like COVID kind of fucked up everything, but no one's bothered to learn how to adjust. You know what I'm saying? No one's actually bothered to learn how to course correct and figure out how to get their studios, because you gotta think about this. It goes deeper than just the actors. If the actors aren't getting paid, the motherfuckers who worked on the movie aren't getting paid.
Yeah.
They're not getting the money that they're owed. Plain and simple. The key grip ain't getting no money. Motherfucker that working at the craft services table, he ain't getting no money.
Yeah.
Motherfucker that's rigging the camera, that motherfucker ain't getting no money. I mean, that's the thing. Yes, they got to think about it. It's about more than just the actors. It's about more than just that. Tubes and One with the $5 super chat says Disney knew what they were doing. They've done this multiple times to their animated showrunners recently. This time they just chose the wrong one. No, I agree. They picked the wrong motherfucker, because if they would have done this to, I mean, honestly, really, I don't think there's really anyone in the MCU they can really do this to. No one that's in the MCU proper they could do this to, because it's too big and people are going to respond. People are going to respond. Just is what it is. They're going to say something, and you a goddamn fool to think that you're going to get away with it. And I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy for Disney. And let me also be the first one to point out here too that I am the one who often says, do not treat these corporations like they're your friend. These motherfuckers don't care about you. So let's put it in perspective. If these motherfuckers ain't paying this woman right here, it ain't paying this woman right here. And also, let's also not forget, Emily Blunt's ass might also be thinking about restructuring some shit and maybe filing suit because she was Jungle Cruise might be getting hit the same way. If all of these, if they don't give a fuck about these white women, what the fuck you think they think about yo ass that don't work for them and only paying them $30?
I mean, in Disney's defense, when it comes to Jungle Cruise, nobody was going to see that shit anyway. They found lightning in a bottle with Pirates of the Caribbean, and they keep trying to do it with every other goddamn ride possible. I can't wait till we see goddamn Jordan Peele doing a fucking the Batman ride based on, he gonna do a Batman movie based on the Six Flags ride. And you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see a whole ass horror movie with the Six Flags. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that movie, that no one was going to see that shit anyway. But I understand I understand why she's doing it, but she ain't gonna make as much money as Scarlett Johansson would have made for this film.
Well, the thing is that what they were banking on was star power from The Rock. That's what they were banking on with Jungle Cruise.
Why do people
you can't say it. That's what they were. They were banking on star power from The Rock. Plain and simple. I mean, what else were they banking on? They weren't banking on, I mean, that's what it was. When you put The Rock in a movie, that's what you're banking on. It's the same reason that not Shazam, but Black Adam, they're banking on star power from The Rock to carry this movie. And it might not. It's the same, like when they started putting Rock in the Fast and Furious movies, they're like, we need to rejuvenate, we need to inject, what was it like with Vince McMahon, I need to inject some poison into the WWE.
Can I do this without hitting the table? We're gonna see. Nope, I can't even turn this chair all the way around. I don't even have NWO written on it. I can't do it. Okay.
NWO. But no, I mean, you gotta think about it though. Is
Dwayne Johnson still a box office draw? I see Ed Boy in the cut saying it's because it works. That man is a box office draw. Is The Rock still a draw?
He technically is. People want to go see him. People want to go see him. Now, and Ed Boy in the Cut is actually correct about this too. This right here, Disney lost a lot of money from their parks being closed, and that's how they make their real bread, but they can't, of course, afford to pay ScarJo. That's also a thing I think a lot of people are missing here in this conversation is that, yeah, Disney parks wasn't, first off, the motherfucker was closed, and even though being back, people ain't hitting the motherfuckers like they used to.
But then we also,
and that is where a lot of their capital comes from.
I don't believe that one just because look at all the different companies that they have purchased. That every time something comes out from those companies, Fox and all the other things, what have you, that all goes back to Disney.
It does, but you got to remember the debt that they took on when they took on Fox.
Fair point. You got
to remember the debt that they actually inherited Fox's debt, which was no small number.
Yeah, touche.
That was actually part of the purchase, was that the reason why they were able to pay. I mean, I say they paid very little, but I mean, the reason why they were able to get away with paying the number they paid is because they agreed to take Fox's debt. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into this. And I mean, it sucks. It sucks, but it is what it is. That said though, want to
go from Marvel to DC real quick?
Yeah, we're gonna switch it over to some. Let's switch it over to. This is a little bit of DC shenanigans here. We got James Gunn. Did you know that James Gunn is pitching a Harley Quinn crossover movie with one of the more unlikely characters? Because I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, wait, he's going to try and pitch I know what he's going to do. It's James Gunn. He's crazy. He's going He's gonna he wants Harley Quinn and Deadpool. That's what he's gonna go for. Or no, wait, he wants Drax. That's what he's gonna do. He'll pick Drax. He'll want Drax the Destroyer as the character to saddle up alongside Harley Quinn, or maybe he can get RDJ to come back for a one-off with Harley Quinn. No, that is not the case. That is not the case at all. The character that James Gunn is trying to get a movie made with Harley Quinn on is none other than the homie Groot.
Could you imagine if that's how Amalgam starts? Fucking Harley Quinn and Groot.
Look, bro. Look, we're gonna have wait. We're gonna have Grootly Quinn. We got Grootly Quinn.
No, it wouldn't. Nah. I got a better one for you. Motherfuckers would just be called Hoot.
Hoot. Oh Lord. Lord.
Hoot.
And look, it'll be the voice. It'll be Margot. It'll just be Margot Robbie just being like, "I am Groot."
Oh God, no.
I am Hoot. Oh God. Oh God.
I wouldn't even want it to be either one of their voices. I'd want it to be Hoot. It would be a multicolored. It wouldn't even be a tree. It'd just be a multicolored root, and then the voice would be Rosie Perez.
Oh God. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Hoot. I would pay money to see that, though. I would pay money to see that. But in Force Adversity, imagine all the wood jokes that she made.
Oh God,
dude. Okay, first off, shout out to the homie Force Adversity, man. Love you, brother. But no, it just and not to go back to this either, but this is just something that I just think is also another further point. Disney made $22+ billion on parks in 2019 compared to the $16 billion in 2020, and $4 billion is a hit. Not to mention the Fox acquisition. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Like I said, that money, like I said, man, money. Dude, the creed is greed. You gotta get that almighty dollar. But he said, "Hey, love y'all too. We appreciate you, brother, man. We appreciate you. Much appreciate. Marlboro Robbie can get it." Oh yeah. Actually, that's her name now. That is her name now, and that's what we're sticking to.
Marlboro Robbie. You gotta do this every time.
Look, hey. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm here for this. I love this.
Boom, cut the check.
That is her name now. We're gonna get big. We're gonna tweet next week. I guarantee you. Margot Robbie has changed her name.
Spell check. See, look, spell check got him, but it worked out.
It did.
I'm gonna watch that Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio and Marlboro Robbie.
Woo! It is
you ain't even got a pack of cigarettes in your hand and hit, but you're gonna hit your hand.
Just be like, ugh. But no, director James Gunn.
Yes.
He has been pushing for a crossover. He's even talked about, we've even discussed this in previous Blerd caves. We talked about how James Gunn has been trying to foster a relationship between Marvel and DC that would be conducive to making a movie together. And this is in an interview that he did with Jake's Takes, where he said, "I would really be happy to do a Harley Quinn and Groot movie. Not only have I thought about that, but I have actually talked about that to the heads of both Marvel and DC. It's like everybody's open to everything, but whether anything would ever happen, who knows? But the idea of being able to bring Marvel and DC together in a movie, that would be really fun for me." But he does go on to say that, but the idea being able to bring Marvel and DC together in a movie, that would be really fun for me. And I know it's exciting for even the heads of Marvel and DC to think about. Kevin Feige over at Marvel and Toby Emmerich over at Warner Brothers. It's something we all like to dream about, whether we can ever get through the barrage, the Berlin Wall of lawyers we would need to get through to ever make something like that happen. I don't know, but it would be a blast. Now, that is something I think, because let's be honest here. James Gunn has been very vocal about the fact that he likes to do different things. He likes to try different stuff. He doesn't want to just do same old. He's even talked about that in recent with the Suicide Squad release. He said that basically the movie that you see when you see it in theaters or on HBO Max, it is the movie that he wanted to make. It is not a studio film. The studio didn't interfere with him the way they did with David Ayer. I think they learned Warner Brothers finally learned a lesson in something, a valuable one. Leave the fucking artist alone. Let him do his thing, unless that motherfucker is Zack Snyder. You know, Zack Snyder needs an editor. I'm sorry, he needs an editor. Let's be real with you. He needs somebody to cut a 4.5 hour movie down to at least 2.5 hours. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Even his 2.5 hour movies need an editor to be cut down to at least an hour and a half. I could have made Army of the Dead an hour and a half, hour and 45. Still, it would have been a much better movie. But point of the matter is, he's even criticized some of the recent Marvel movies. You know, saying that he doesn't see anything there that just moves him. So this isn't the crossover I think that fans would be like, oh my God, yeah, I've been waiting for this my entire life. But I think it's a movie that would get people like kind of the way the Guardians of the Galaxy made people go, let me see what this is all about. I think that's what you would get with this. People be like, Harley Quinn and Groot? And I got to see what this is all about. Yeah, I got to know what this mess is all about. Because people will see it out of curiosity alone. Because you're going to want to know whether or not it's a bad movie. Or if it's a good movie. Or if it's somewhere in the middle. See? Sonya gets it. Sonya understands me. See? They said Zach definitely need an editor. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I swear, two people that have never met an editor in their life. Zack Snyder and what's that motherfucker? Peter Jackson. Lord of the Rings boy. That boy ain't never met an editor. He ain't never met an editor. This motherfucker be sitting here making, that man made a 3.5 hour King Kong movie. He need his ass whipped. And then turned a whole a book that should have only been a 2.5 hour movie into 3 2.5 hour movies. Need his ass whipped. But no, I'm curious though. Like, especially as James Gunn is going to be delivering what is arguably the best DCEU movie in since
period.
Yeah, period.
Since fucking Batman Returns.
Dude, wait a minute. How did Warner Brothers go from being the pinnacle of superhero movies? You had Superman. You had Superman 2. You had Batman Returns. And then somewhere in there, Superman 3 happened. It just all went downhill.
No, nigga, it's Superman 2, Batman Returns, and then it was the goddamn. It was we're gonna take a Marvel phrase, nigga. It was the Dark Reign. It was the Shadow Realm. It was the Dark Ages. That was the real Bronze Ages.
Oh my God!
We ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
We're gonna talk about that. Ooh, Lord. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. But no, I do feel
Nerd Life just brought up a good point. I forgot about Joker.
Okay, I'll put it this way. Joker is a movie I watched once. And that's how I feel about that movie. It's a movie I watched one time. I've never watched it again. Because I'm sorry, there's no way you can convince me that Zazie Beetz was out here. To be fair, I don't want to spoil anything about the movie, but it's just
that. Look how long the movie been out now. Come on now.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, no way in hell you're gonna convince me Zazie Beetz was trying to fuck on Joaquin Phoenix skinny ass. Motherfucker sit here looking like a skeleton with skin. You ever see the movie The Machinist? With Christian Bale. That's what he looked like. He looked like the Machinist. That's what he looked like, just skin and bone. Dude was a little skeleton with skin wrapped around it.
I mean, if you're gonna say that, then you got to say that a big yellow motherfucker screaming "Bird" was not terrifying.
Oh, talk about Jeep Swenson as Bane, dude. Hell no, he was not terrifying. That motherfucker was funny. Every time I saw that motherfucker,
you can't say that. Come on, there. Come on.
No, dude, I'll be the first one to say that the Bane in Batman and Robin, that was character assassination. So that was murder one, character assassination.
See, so Joker, I have seen once, and it was a good film. It was just a good film. I didn't think I needed to see again.
No, I don't ever need
Batman
to see
Returns. I can watch several times. That's why I'm probably.
Have you seen Superman 3 though?
The one with Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
The Quest for Peace.
Now the Quest for Peace was the one with Nuclear Man.
Oh my!
That was the one with Nuclear Man when Gene Hackman was pulling double duty, and he was providing the voice of Nuclear Man. Where he's like, "Kill Superman now."
Okay, I peacefully declined from watching that movie.
look, and see, here's the thing. As a kid, I had both of those movies on VHS. So, like, I've seen Superman 3 and Superman 4 more than any human being ever should in life. You have kids, and kids like bad movies. Yeah. Like, they watch them all the time. That was me. Like, I was always watching Masters of the Universe, Superman 3, Superman 4, any shitty, like the Street Fighter live action job, was always watching that.
Oh, no, everybody was watching the Street Fighter live action movie because we didn't know no better. That was the coldest movie out at the time. Nerd Life, I was with you until you said Wonder Woman and Birds of Prey were lit. Now I'm finna litly put your ass in the hole for saying that foolishness. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Birds of Prey. I only saw it the one time though. I'm not gonna say it's like the best thing I ever saw, but I don't hate it the way other people do. But no, I feel like it's DC just kind of went from just up here to down in the shitter like that. Like it wasn't like that, but it was overtime. I'll give him credit where credit's due.
Okay, you know what? Jason Davidson, was Birds of Prey bad? I had a girl go see that movie with me as a Valentine's Day treat. And after that movie was over with, she didn't even want to have dinner. She wanted to go and stream Stardew Valley on Twitch for one viewer, and that viewer was Nightbot. That was how good the Birds of Prey movie was.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. Well, on that note, speaking of how speaking of dark tidings, let's talk about Moon Knight.
Okay.
Moon Knight on Disney Plus. We were just talking about Disney Plus not that long ago. So there's an actor by the name. Oh man, I'm gonna fuck this guy's name. I believe his name is Gaspard Ulliel. We're just gonna ride with that. We're gonna ride with Gaspard Ulliel. That's how we're just gonna treat it. Fuck it.
Okay.
This motherfucker.
Looking ass.
Look, wait a minute. See, that's how you know a motherfucker from Memphis. That's how you know a motherfucker from Memphis. You know a motherfucker from the dirty South. Motherfucker be like, man, yo. And then just pick some random thing you do and be like, look at that. Oh my god, dude, he does look like he posing for a Harley Quinn magazine. For a Harley Quinn comic.
Trying to stay up and not nod off. I ain't done some shit like that since I was in school, bored in class. You just look. We were dabbing before dabbing. You just waiting, man. You waiting for that bell to ring. Looking ass.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. Elijah built the $5 super chat says the fact I said Harley Quinn, Howard the Duck, OMFG. Hey, we got some news about Howard the Duck.
Yes, we do.
Oddly enough, the duck is in the building. We actually do. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. But no, Moon Knight has apparently cast its Midnight Man. Which will be this young fella here, Gaspard, supposedly is the rumor. Basically, I'm not familiar with this guy. I honestly am not familiar with him in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But supposedly he will be acting opposite Oscar Isaac, who of course is going to be playing Moon Knight. Now, Midnight Man is a character I don't expect really anyone in this chat to remember. But basically this dude, I think, he came out back, it was 1981 was when he first dropped in Moon Knight #3. He's so basically he's not necessarily like Moon Knight's arch nemesis, so to speak. Like he's not like because he has another character who's kind of closer in that regard. Like, every character has to have their Joker, their Loki, whatever, some shit like that. He's not that. But he's similar to Mark Spector in some ways. But yeah, I don't know. I have a sneaky suspicion that when this Disney Plus show drops, we're probably going to wind up getting an altered origin for the guy. He'll probably get dressed up a little bit better. They'll probably give him a little more. I'll probably give him a little more to work with. They'll like, you know what I think about when I see this though, and the only thing that has me a little concerned, I see this motherfucker and I start thinking about Billy the Beaut in the Punisher Netflix joint. That's what I started thinking about when I first saw this motherfucker. I started thinking about motherfucking Jigsaw in the Punisher. That's the first thing I actually that crossed my mind. I was like, they gonna do this motherfucker like they did how they did wannabe ass Jigsaw. But I'm hoping they'll actually do something. I don't know. What do you think? Are you familiar with Midnight Man at all?
That's what I think.
You hate shit. So
I'm gonna keep what I say about Midnight not even Midnight Man, but I'm gonna keep what I say about Moon Knight to a minimum, just because all we know is that we have a show and we have a lead.
Right.
Until a trailer comes out, mum's the word when it comes to me if it's not pertaining to the comic, which was good. That first issue was really good. Jason Davidson, because I saw you say you don't read Moon Knight. Read that first issue.
Yeah, Moon Knight, the first issue of I think it's Jed McKay.
Yeah.
That was on that first. Yeah, it's actually legitimately good. See, okay, and here's the problem I'm running into.
Okay.
So this guy that they're introducing on this show, Midnight Man, I actually wish that they would have waited until this new shit came out, because the new guy that they got that's coming for Moon Knight's throat, that's the motherfucker I'd want to see on Disney Plus. Was it Hunter? What they call him? Hunter's Moon?
I think if Moon Knight was the right hand, he was the left hand. I think is what he said.
Yeah, he was the left hand of Khonshu. I was like, whoa. Look,
okay.
he's like, no. He's like, I got to put you in check, Pip. He said, there's only one person who outranks me in the cult of Khonshu, and you ain't it. Ooh, and the boy looked smooth. Motherfucker did you see how he had the vest? He had the Luke Cage vest on. I was like, Lord, no, they didn't got this brother out here looking smooth as a motherfucker. But no, I do highly recommend, if you have not read the Jed McKay first issue of Moon Knight, highly recommend it. It is very, very good. Let's keep it pushing, man. Yeah, we were talking about Howard the Duck a second ago. Let's keep talking to him. Let's go ahead and go into it. So, Leah Thompson has revealed there is a Howard the Duck reboot that could possibly, maybe potentially be in the works, or at least was pitched. And suddenly, I got excited. I don't know why. I got excited. I don't know why. Because I started thinking, and this is actually something I thought was really cool here. Carter, I don't know how much you know about this. But I think Yeah, you did you read the Howard the Duck one they did not that long ago?
Like maybe I think I've read the first issue.
Okay, so they did a deal where they made Leah Thompson canon in the Marvel Comics universe. Like she's actually in the Marvel Comics universe as a character. As like if you actually look it up, there's a Leah Thompson Earth 616 because she goes to try and get help from Howard to find herself. It's weird. Anyway, don't think too hard about it. But no, I thought this shit was fucking hilarious. But no. So basically, we have learned that Leah Thompson had not too terribly long ago. They basically decided to come up with a pitch to reboot Howard the Duck in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And man, I'm gonna fuck this guy's name up because I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it was like Joe Quinones. Basically, he and Chip Zdarsky came together and put the work in to put the pitch together with Leah Thompson. But she said apparently Marvel liked the pitch, but they had different plans for the characters that they were, that were involved, namely Howard the Duck. But she has said that she's still hopeful that something could happen. She said, I still think I could do a really good job because I feel like I'm the one who really understands the fans, both of the movie and the cartoon, and I want to direct the Howard the Duck remake. Why not dream big, right? So this actually made me go look because I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I don't remember. I don't know if I remember ever seeing Leah Thompson direct anything. I was like, I don't know. I was like, is that a thing? I was like, I don't think I've ever seen her direct a single solitary thing in my life. And then I thought about it. And I went and looked it up because that's what you do in 2021. You don't live in ignorance. You just go look it up. And apparently, I was unaware until today that she directed one of my favorite episodes of Stargirl on the CW. She directed was a Shiv Part 1. She has also directed episodes of The Goldbergs, 8 of which I believe. And she's directed some other things, mostly like TV stuff. So, like, I don't know. I'm curious to see, like if, who knows? Maybe they could come up with something. The fact that Chip Zdarsky and Leah Thompson sat in a room and came up with a pitch for Howard the Duck, that just blew my mind. Leah Thompson and Chip Zdarsky. No, that needs to happen.
Stranger things have happened.
Right? Well, I was about to say, they have, because we've seen crossover. We've seen Chip Zdarsky hanging out with Chip Zdarsky.
Yes, we have.
We've seen Chip Zdarsky spooning Chip Zdarsky. Let's be real about it. So yeah, we have seen crazier things. But considering, I don't know what do you think Disney's plans are for Howard the Duck? They would just be like, nah, we got other plans. Because I know he's in Marvel What If.
Yes, he is.
I don't think he's playing that big of a role.
I feel like he's gonna be in the next Guardian movie in some capacity.
Yeah.
I think it's more so gonna be What If that we see a lot of him. I don't see them giving him like a full feature. Well, you know what? I say that. It might be something for Hulu. I mean, they gave MODOK his own thing.
Yeah.
So who's to say they wouldn't give something to Howard to that? Disney Plus, I don't see. Disney.
I mean, dude, they're doing a group. They're doing a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special on Disney Plus.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
I think they'll do it more so on Hulu than Disney Plus because they could be raunchy on Hulu.
That is true.
They could have some bodies drop on Hulu. Look at MODOK.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
MODOK is the robot chicken-esque comedy.
Well, I mean, it was the same team. it was the same team that did Robot Chicken. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's why I think they would get away with a lot more on Hulu. Plus, I think it'll be I guess less money for them because it is on Hulu, so they won't have to put this exponential, just huge number at it if it's on Hulu. So yeah, I see it being more of a Hulu thing.
I can see that. I mean, it's one of those situations where, like, I feel like Howard the Duck is just one of those things. Like, I feel like, we always in DBD, we always talk about memeing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're running certain perk loadout, you're memeing. You're doing it for the memes. You're doing it for the TikTok.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of feel like this is what fans do with Howard the Duck. Like, I think people are just so anxious to see if Marvel has the balls to try and bring it back, despite the fact it was a box office failure. Yeah. And damn near stopped Marvel from ever doing movies again. Damn near. I feel like people just want to see if Marvel will jump. Like, if they'll go for it. Would it be good? I don't know. Depends on who's making it. I think, honestly, I would rather James Gunn do something with that than most other people. Even though he doesn't use Howard the Duck in any meaningful way in the movies, he's just kind of there. But I feel like, considering what we've seen of James Gunn's body of work, what he knows how to do with certain actors, and just a little bit I've seen of Suicide Squad, which, from what I hear, was it Polka Dot Man is one of the standout characters, which is a crazy thing I've never thought I would say about a movie that had Polka Dot Man in it. But I feel like if anyone got it, it would be James Gunn. But who knows? We may see it. We may not. Yep. Who knows? At this point, I put it in the same. I put it in the same boat with the apparent. What was I said that Deadpool. We just saw Deadpool and Korg in a whole ass commercial talking about a movie that I don't know if anyone even gives a shit about, and it was the funniest thing ever. Like, honestly, I just want to see more of that. Can I have more of that? Can I just have Deadpool doing video reactions with random ass other characters? I would love to see that. That would be amazing to me. Let's keep it moving. We got you brought up Amber Heard earlier. The other redhead.
Yeah,
the other redhead from across the street.
That hoe over there.
Oh, actually, hold on real quick. That's what we got a super chat here. Let's go ahead and address that real quick. We got Eric Morgan with $10 super chat. Said, don't make another Howard the Duck movie. All it's going to do is give them racist ass folks more reason to not give Blade his props as the MCU gateway. I ain't hearing it.
What the fuck does Howard the Duck have to do with Blade?
Well, because then I get what they're saying. People are going to go back and try and say, well, actually, since they rebooted Howard the Duck, that means Howard the Duck, because that's how dumb people think. That's how stupid people think. There are people who will legitimately try and make that connection, saying
y'all got some long ass arms for that reaching y'all doing.
Yeah, no. The mental gymnastics you would have to pull off to convince anyone with half a brain cell that Howard the Duck is the MCU gateway.
Oh my Lord.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it's undeniable. You have to give those props to Blade. Because Blade was successful at a time when Marvel was failing.
Yeah.
Like, that was before the Marvel MCU formula. This was before Marvel had the blueprint for making successful comic book movies. This was before anyone had the blueprint really for making successful comic book movies. Yeah. And at a time with a person in charge that a lot of people didn't even really like. But that is what it is. It is what it is. But no, getting back to it. Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
One of the producers, basically came out and said, fuck the haters.
I wouldn't even say fuck the haters. Fuck the people who with common sense. Fuck the people.
That too.
You know what? No. I have one even better. Fuck the people who want what's right.
Yes.
Fuck the people who want someone to be held accountable. Is really what it is.
That's precisely what it was. For those who know what we're talking about, Peter Safran, who is a producer for the Aquaman 2 movie, basically came out and said that they said we're not fucking with Amber Heard in the sense that they're not going to fire her. They basically came out and said that even after a petition which reached nearly 2 million signatures, that were basically requesting her dismissal from the project, Peter Safran came out and said that they aren't the one that he basically came out and said that they aren't the people who make those decisions. He says that I don't think we're ever going to react to, honestly, pure fan pressure. You got to do what's best for the movie. We felt that if it's director James Wan and Jason Momoa, it should be Amber Heard. That's really what it was. One is not unaware of what is going on in the Twitterverse, but that doesn't mean you have to react to it or take it as gospel or accede to their wishes. You have to do what's right for the film, and that's really where we landed. So this is the reason why you still have Ezra Choke-a-Bitch Miller as the Flash. This is the reason why you still have Amber slap the fuck out of my husband Heard. This is why you have these people still employed. And I find it interesting. Because a part of me wonders if that was like some shots fired at Disney for how they did Gina Carano. But at the same time, that bitch had to go. She was talking crazy. She was out here spreading COVID conspiracy theories. She was also a police brutality denier. And a bunch of other shit. And Gina Carano's not the only one. Apparently, rumor around the campfires. Remember last week we talked about Michaela Cole? I believe it was Michaela Cole, about the whole her getting cast in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Apparently, the rumor around the campfire is that she's a replacement for Letitia Wright. So there's that. I don't know how true it is. That was from TMZ. So grain of salt there. But basically, Amber Heard, the reason why she is on set is because basically they didn't care. They wanted to make the movie they wanted to make with who they wanted to make it with. Be damned, what anyone else thinks. And honestly, you know what? The only way to get your point across this, I keep saying this, vote with your dollars. Don't watch it. When it comes out on HBO Max, don't watch it. When it comes to theaters, don't go see it. If you feel strongly about Amber Heard one way or the other, then support it with your checkbook, with your wallet. That's what I tell people all the time. Which is honestly the point that I'm at right now. I'm probably not gonna watch Aquaman 2 just on principle. That's just how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. I mean, Aquaman 1 was aight anyway. It was just aight. It wasn't great. It was Black Panther underwater with a bunch of white folks, which, that is what it is. But I just, Respawn, how are you doing? That's one of my favorite people. I love Respawn. She's great. I mean, hey, Ezra was out here wholesale. He wholesale choked a woman to the ground. And this dude is still the Flash. So that's what I mean. Warner Brothers don't care. They really don't give a shit. They're like, nah, we good. We good. We don't care. We don't care about nothing. But anyway, I don't know, Carter. Does this change how you feel about Aquaman 2 in any way, shape, form, or fashion? Does this make you want to see it less, or how does it make you feel? I cannot hear you.
I'm not gonna go see it.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna go as far. I'm not even gonna fucking bootleg it. I would tell everyone else not to watch the film, just to kind of get your point across, because basically with 2 million people signing something, what's being said is your voice still does not matter. You're gonna go see it anyway, is what that says to me. For 2 million people to sign something saying, get this toxic human out of here, she does not deserve this. With all the audio and things like that we have heard of the situation between her and Johnny Depp, some people would say that this is something that doesn't have anything to do with us. We need to let it stay between both parties. But when it's out in the open, and when it's so one-sided, and this is another thing that's crazy too, just in this day and age, for us to have proof that we have a toxic individual, and we're just ignoring that proof. There's clear proof. It was what are the kids saying now? Fucking getting caught in 4K.
Yeah. You got caught live in 4K.
You got caught robbing a bank, but didn't go to jail.
In broad daylight,
with witnesses. So with them for everything to be out the way it is when it comes to this woman, and for people for 2 million, this reminds me of the Juicy Smollett incident, where this was the one time where everybody collectively said, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
This Amber Heard situation, 2 million people signed this thing. You can't say it was one-sided. It was just a group of guys that were salty, man.
No, there were women that were going out.
It was a group of Johnny Depp fingers. No, you can't say that. This was 2 million people. And what you're basically saying is, fuck you. I'm going to do what I want. You're going to watch it. So if they're going to go to that point, this is the same argument that people have said several times, and a lot of people refuse to do it when it comes to video games, when it comes to every form of media ever. Speak with your wallet. Do not watch this movie. Don't add it to your playlist. Don't add it to your queue. When you see it, keep scrolling. When you see it at the movie theater, keep walking. If this shit isn't just a preview up until the movie you really going to see, there really should be no reason for anyone to see anything about this movie. It's sad because Jason Momoa has to take a hit. James Wan has to take a hit. The cast and crew of that film have to take a hit. But at the same time, this is Warner Brothers' fault. This is DC's fault for not looking at the facts and saying, okay, maybe we need to move in another direction. You all are just trying to put your foot down. You're trying to die on a hill that you should not be dying on.
No, exactly. Well, here's the thing. My thing with this is, regardless of what, because here's the thing. And I also think this is absolutely positive hilarious, because we have someone in the chat who thinks that WB doing an investigation means something. They did an investigation with what was it?
Your favorite actor,
Ray Fisher.
Yes.
Yeah, they did an investigation with Ray Fisher. What did that accomplish? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's actual video and audio evidence. Get the fuck out of here, you clown. Get the fuck out of here, you whole clown. But no, I'm sorry. No. And first off, equating recasting someone for being a piece of shit human being versus someone being dead, that's apples and oranges, pimp. Apples and oranges. Try again.
Even if people want to blame, and I know that there are several people who actually blame Johnny Depp, still, you really can't. At the bare minimum, you can't. You have to blame both parties almost.
Yeah, both parties were toxic to each other.
But the thing is, only one person is paying for it. And it's not the person we have on fucking audio.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
They had video evidence of Ezra choking a motherfucker. He still has a job. Well, so I guess Eric Gaines would call that difference in beliefs. Okay, cool. Awesome.
So I see him saying that leaked video trumps whole investigations. Here's the thing. This is something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now, but let's bring up Blizzard. Let's bring up Blizzard Activision real quick. Blizzard Activision has an entire investigation going on with the horrible things that are happening at that company when it pertains to women. They have the men that work there have a Cosby suite with a big ass picture of Bill Cosby on the wall. The reason I bring that up is because there are several men in that picture. One of those men is the head of HR at Blizzard.
Yes, he is.
The human resource person is in a room dubbed the Cosby Suite, laughing and smiling.
Yes, he is.
Or if he's not the head of HR, he works for HR. Okay,
right here.
So when you say that it trumps whole investigations, when you have people that are involved in it, that are in that investigation, come on now.
Look, I got the picture right here. Look at this. VP EP at Riot Games. Game director at Blizzard. Creative director at Deviation Games.
Yeah.
Design and world building at Bonfire Studios. Lead designer at Blizzard. Design sub-lead at Blizzard. Principal level designer at ZeniMax. And this right here, probably the only one who's actually been fired. Fired from Blizzard for misconduct. So, I mean, yeah, you got all these motherfuckers in here laughing, skinning, and grinning. All of them while they're sitting in front of a picture of Bill Cosby.
And it's called the Cosby Suite. There are so many horror stories that are coming out that a lot of these women have had to deal with. And my point to that is, Eric, because I wouldn't go time me out. That was Ernie. This is his shit. He does what the fuck he wants. This is his world. You can't really say a whole video trumps a whole investigation. Yes, it can trump an investigation when the people that are behind the investigation are involved as well.
Exactly. That's like me basically. That's like me being the jury for my own murder trial. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You take it how you want to. You can take it as an insult, whatever. I don't rightfully give a shit. I don't really care. But point of the matter is, it is what it is. If you're gonna sit here and try and tell me that a whole ass video of Ezra Miller choking a woman to the ground is not grounds for firing him from being the Flash, I don't know what to tell you.
Wait. We have 250 people in here right now.
Oh, do we now?
Yeah, we do. That's kind of crazy. With 143 likes, I'm confused.
You're confused? Why are you confused, sir?
Why do we not have more likes? Scott Yard told y'all asses.
Scott Yard did actually say something about this. Scott Yard did actually point this out and say that we are slacking. We are slacking in this, and it is it's a shame. Makes me sad. Makes me so sad that
wait.
Likes up.
Wait.
What?
At least if you gonna play the jazz music.
Oh, I'm gonna do it differently this time.
Okay, make sure that the music.
Oh no, I'm gonna do it. Oh no. See, this is where you're mistaken, sir. I'm gonna do it in a way that no one else is actually gonna think of. See what we're gonna do here.
I just want to hit 200. That's all I want. Wait, I want to hear it.
Hold up. Here we go.
Jose said their Disney Plus likes. Adjust your contracts to get the red.
Y'all ain't shit.
You know what? I want to continue with this show right now because that gave the points. You get points for that. You get points for that. Jose made it funny. Jose made it funny. Yo.
I like it.
I like that. I respect that. I respect that.
Oh no, I do too, dude. I do too. I respect it wholeheartedly. Let's see here.
Oh man, that was that. Okay, I respect that. That was dope.
Oh no, dude, 100%, 100%.
Oh,
bam, there we go. Here, just for my own little peace of mind. Yep. Had to double check. Did it. We good. It's cafe music. They play so fine, don't you agree?
So there's a rapper. His name is Asher Roth. He had a hip hop album called Seared Foie Gras and Quince and Cranberry that sounded like this.
Oh Lord!
I feel like I pronounced the name of the mixtape wrong, but now I have to look it up just because that's what this reminds me of.
Don't you feel like you should be in a classy bar getting a drink somewhere?
I feel like I should be hitting on an older woman, probably in her mid-40s, wearing nice heels with rather nice stockings, subtly touching her leg.
There you go.
And then she burps and fucks the whole movie up.
My man said she burped and fucked the whole thing up.
I just want to hit 200.
Yeah, that's all I want. I just want 200. 200. That's not a lot to ask.
It's not if we're at 188. And it's 230 in here.
Oh, yes.
You said this is the Carter spoken word session. Her knees white. The ash from the volcano of the Jagras. Her arms hairy as the jungles that Rajang normally resides in. My sword dull from 3 hours of swinging, and I have no whetstones. Carding.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Off the top of the dome, we bringing up Monster Hunter references. I'm a fucking man.
Dude,
why did it just speed up out of nowhere? This is gross. I want to go back to doing the show now.
But we're still 7 likes away.
Ew.
We're still 7 away. Oh, actually, no. Oh, wait, getting closer. See, I got ugly with it. See, that's.
I don't like this mix. This was an ugly ass mix to start where it did and where we ended up.
Right?
Let me play some shit on a PS5. All right, let me go grab my Game Boy Pocket. That's what the music just did right there.
Wait, no, you know this. You go get your Vita out, go play some Beaterator.
You know what? I can't. It's actually packed.
See, look at it.
It's actually packed.
Lord,
4 more people. 4 more.
All you got to do. 4.
2 more.
2 more. Look at it.
This mix is
It is very awful.
This is awful. 2 more, people. This is terrible.
Hey, like I said, smooth jazz, man. Smooth.
So bad.
It is smooth.
All right.
And see, you know what I love? I love that there's like there's a group of people who are like unliking and disliking, and they are dragging this out for y'all.
Yep. Come on, man. 1 more. Good Lord. Well, 2 more now. Okay. 2 more.
Oh, God damn.
Trents, we are
Can we get it?
We are at 198. Okay, 200. There we go. Boom.
There you go. All right. There you go. See,
well, now we're at 199. God damn it.
See, look, y'all, look, they keep doing it. They want this smooth jazz to keep going.
Okay,
they
200.
want y'all to suffer.
There we go. Jesus.
There we go.
That was terrible. Who made that mix?
I have no idea.
That mix was terrible.
No idea. It was Unwind Station. Whoever, I'm assuming.
You really need to unwind and make some better mixes.
I mean, I would hope. All
right.
Good
Lord, that mix was awful.
Lord, actually, no, that's right. I need to find the elevator music mix. People, I said, Blerd shut down the studio again. Yes, right. Y'all gonna have to go down to the bodega. I need y'all to go get me. I need you to go get me a sugar cookie and some
these
Cambodian breast milk.
Man, if they playing music like that, if the coffee shop playing music like that, they ain't clean that coffee shop in a minute. They probably got cobwebs all in the damn ceiling, got all kind of damn spiders everywhere.
Probably, very likely.
Shit, since we're talking about spiders.
Yes. We can talk about this.
We talk about this new Amazon Prime series.
That's right. Mr. Nancy.
Yes.
Returning in a new Neil Gaiman adaptation. I did not see this coming. But apparently, Neil Gaiman pays attention to the internet. He knows people really like Mr. Nancy. I guess maybe that was the maybe that was the drawing point. But unfortunately, for anyone who's thinking that you are going to be getting this version of Mr. Nancy, you are not. You are going to be getting Delroy Lindo as Mr. Nancy.
Great.
I actually think this might be better.
If you saw the 5 Bloods and don't like that, man, something wrong with you.
Dude, Delroy Lindo be acting his ass off.
Yes,
Let's
he does.
Go ahead and say it. So basically what's going on here is that, Amazon is adapting Neil Gaiman's Anansi Boys. And this is, I guess this would technically be the second time we will have seen Mr. Nancy in a live action property, because we had American Gods, we had Orlando Jones playing him there.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, we're getting Delroy Lindo, who's awesome. And as far as we know, there's not really a whole heap of a lot of information out about this other than where it's going to be. But I'm very curious to see how this is going to play out. This is something that I think that just based on what it is, being the story about an African trickster god.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of potential there. I feel like not to compare the two because they're not the same thing, but you know where like we talked about a couple of weeks ago how HBO canceled Lovecraft Country, which was like a show that was beloved by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And was at the height of its popularity, was attracting over 10 million viewers by the time it hit season finale, which is a lot. But the despite the popularity of the show, HBO decided to cancel it. Whereas with Amazon, where they're coming out with a little something of their own. Not saying it's the same thing, but I feel like this could very well be their Lovecraft Country. Like if this show comes out and is a hit, the way that was, like if it could capture audiences' hearts the way Lovecraft Country did, could be interesting. Did you ever watch Good Omens?
Yes, I did. I watched a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like not saying it's the vibe that I think the show is gonna have, but that show like showed me how far Amazon was willing to go.
Yeah.
With a property, which I really like. Good Omens. I wish they'd hurry up and come out with a season 2.
I think they just announced it not too long ago.
Yes, which it's so weird considering the fact that how long ago the first season came out. And it's just like, dude, this should have been out. But we don't always get what we want. But that said,
we got a $5 super chat from COBY. Can you please play the clip where he tries to get the white people to say the N-word on national TV? So many people thought that was a real thing, but it was actually off a TV show that he's on called The Good. It's a good something. It's on CBS. He's a lawyer.
Yeah. I would play it. The last time I did, though, I caught a little bit of heat. I caught a little bit of heat for it. But I will say it was a very interesting conversation to watch. But I love Delroy Lindo. He's awesome. The guy's a national treasure. Surround him, protect him at all cost. Please and thank you. Please take care of him. Because that man, I don't know. If you haven't watched it, first off, okay, if you have Netflix, if you haven't watched Defy Bloods, please go do it. It's a very good movie. Yeah. Very good movie. Delroy Lindo is absolute heat in that movie. I don't think I've never really seen Delroy Lindo. I won't say I've never seen him in a bad movie. I will say I've never seen him being bad. Like not being up to his potential in a movie. That dude he's always on. He's always on. He's just fantastic and great. Love him to death. Love him to death. Oh, we got another one here that we missed. This one's from Black Atlantean. Says, Phil should tip the pianist. Yes, you should. You should tip the pianist. Yes, always. We also got another here from Raymond Pope. Said, what, my kings? Hope y'all having a great cave. Drip check on Carter's hoodie. Official. Keeping it plus ultra. Look, y'all go hear this motherfucker break some glass and come out slapping cans of Steve Weisers here in a little bit. Y'all keep gassing this man's head up. But no, here, let me go back and but blam. So like I said, there's not really much else to say there. Carter, what do you think about this? What do you think about the Pokemans? What do you think about the Pokemans?
I don't watch her streams. She seems kind of boring and cringe.
Yes, I agree. That said, we are going to be getting you're going to get to be the very best like no one ever was.
Now you're talking about Pokemon. Make up your mind. Which one you're talking about, man?
Because you're going to get to catch those Pokemans on Netflix.
I didn't even catch them all when I had Pokemon Red. What the hell make you think I'm going to catch them on Netflix now?
Well, apparently,
Looking ass.
Hey, Detective Pikachu was a fun movie. I like that movie. That movie is better than it has any right to be, though.
Yeah.
That movie should not be any good, but it is. Also, I love the fact that they showed what would really happen if you actually went out into the world trying to catch a Pokemon. You're gonna get your ass beat. He almost got his ass beat by a whole ass Cubone. Cubone was out here about to squeeze real orange juice out this brother in Detective Pikachu. But no, neither here nor there. They're going to be developing Netflix, more specifically. It's going to be developing a live action Pokemon project as a television series. This is something that's actually coming by way of Variety, reporting that the new Pokemon series is still in very early development process. But the executive producer and showrunner Joe Henderson, who's behind the show Lucifer, which is also on Netflix, has been attached to lead the project. They say that the series is going to be similar in a lot of ways to Detective Pikachu, the movie, which, for those who, if you are not familiar, starred Ryan Reynolds and Justice Smith from back in 2019. So, basically, yeah, they are which this actually lines up. This actually kind of lines up for me because Netflix has always kind of been pretty big on Pokemon. They've regularly carried a lot of the anime series. They actually just became the exclusive streaming home for the next season of Pokemon. So I mean, yeah, this tracks. This makes sense. It probably wouldn't seem like it would make sense to some, but yeah, it would. I mean, make sense to me. If you're already going to be watching the Pokemon anime on Netflix, then why not watch a live action series? I don't know. Would you check this out, Carter? Would you jump on this?
I didn't watch Detective Pikachu. I have not watched Pokemon in years. Probably not, unless my son wanted to watch it or my nieces and nephews. If it was something that was on and they were watching it, I would sit down and let them finish it. But like going out to go watch it, I don't think I will. I haven't checked out a lot of video game stuff. I still haven't checked out that Resident Evil show. I didn't.
I watched the first episode of it. It was the first episode was okay.
I didn't check out Resident Evil. I didn't check out Dragon's Dogma. I think the only thing I've done is really Castlevania. I saw someone talking about the Monster Hunter show in the chat from last week's show. And looking at that trailer, I'm going to just keep playing Monster Hunter as opposed to watching whatever the fuck that was supposed to be.
I will say the Monster Hunter trailer is very misleading. I will say that. T.I.
No. Not that doo-doo water. Netflix.
Oh, you're talking about the
animated thing.
The anime jump. Okay, yeah. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. I actually enjoyed the Monster Hunter live action movie. It didn't bother me. It was a thing I saw. I had a feeling that was about roughly the reaction that I was going to get. But no, the whole thing for me is just that if you're making a property, based on a video game, of course, and you are, you're trying to, get it to a wider audience. Like, people are trying to get that. They're trying to get that Castlevania money. Everyone's trying to get that Castlevania money. They want to try and make something that's like as popular as that. You got people who are trying to, do the same thing, with some of these other properties we've seen with people bringing back nostalgia in the form of Masters of the Universe, trying to, once again get that Castlevania money, even though Masters of the Universe was already an original property, but just the way that they kind of went about releasing it. You're pretty much going to run into a scenario where we'll probably get fatigue after a while, but I know we have we have Devil May Cry that's going to be coming out. I think there's a Splinter Cell anime or something to that effect that's coming out at some point. There's a ton of different stuff, and it may or may not jive with everybody, but I can definitely say that speaking to someone who watched a little bit of the Dragon's Dogma one, I actually thought it was okay. It didn't feel like Dragon's Dogma the game, but I didn't expect that either. It kind of felt like Dragon's Dogma adjacent. But like in regards to the Detective Pikachu movie, I felt like it felt like Pokemon. They actually did something incredibly special with it that I thought was pretty well received. I'll probably wind up watching this because my daughter will most likely see it and want to watch it because she loves Pokemon. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's skip this. That's not really a thing. Let's get into our Carter, you back just in time for our recommended reads for the week.
Recommended reads. Honestly, I'm not going to recommend a book this week.
What you going to recommend, sir?
I'm going to recommend that everyone puts on their masks, vaccinated or not, and go and watch Suicide Squad next week.
Okay.
Everything I've seen on that movie looks like it's going to be a wild ride. One review that I did watch that had no spoilers or anything like that in it is basically saying it was a fantastic movie. But I don't really go off of reviews like that. It's just from the trailers and everything that I've seen. I'm going to go check this movie out. So I'm just recommending that you all, vaccinated or not vaccinated, put your mask on, go to the movies with friends or family or whatever. Just go enjoy a movie. And then when you're out there, take in the sights. It's been a minute since everybody just been out like that. And it looked like shit. We might just have to go back in. I know in my case, I know that's the case for me just because I'm living in LA. And that Delta, whatever the fuck is Delta variant. Yeah, the Delta Airlines variant is bad up here. So, yeah, I'm just recommending everybody go watch Suicide Squad so we can all talk about it. I am going to go see it the day it releases. If you are in the Discord, be ready to have Carter Goes to the Movies in the Discord because I'm probably going to stream myself going to the movies and going to see it. Y'all might get a preview or two. Y'all might get some OG bootleg movie action. I might even show y'all a few minutes of the film. I just know I'm going to see that shit. Expect some Fortnite from Ernie and I because they putting Bloodsport in Fortnite, so I'm probably going to buy that bullshit. And I'm a motherfucker who does not like buying DLC content for video games. But I'm probably going to buy Idris Elba in Fortnite. They put Luther in Fortnite. I'm probably going to buy that motherfucker. So, yeah, I'm recommending everybody go see Suicide Squad.
Yeah. So, for yours truly, for me, I am going to go... I think the last couple of weeks I've been non-comic. This week, I actually am gonna go comic.
Okay.
See, look at us switching it up, man. We're keeping it fresh. You know what I'm saying? We're always keeping it fresh. So that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna be going with Something Is Killing the Children, number 18 that came out.
Why am I not surprised?
You shouldn't be. You should not be. It was almost going to be Beta Ray Bill, but then I talked about Beta Ray Bill in the Patreon and Blerd Club channel, YouTube channel member exclusive. Top 5 comics of the week. So I was like, yeah, I'll go talk about this. I didn't put Something Is Killing Children in that list because, man, this week was, dude, it was a tight week, man. It was a lot of good comics that came out. Everything was basically fighting tooth and nail to be in the top 5. Which, by the way, if you are not familiar with what I'm talking about, the top 5 comics of the week, those are videos that I put out every week where I tell you the top 5 comics that I read and why you should check them out. So you got to go to either click the join button below. You can become a channel member, or you can go to patreon.com/blerdwithoutfear and become patron there. But that's it. Something's Killing Children number 18. Really loved it. Like I said, this last arc, this because they technically ended the story with Something's Killing Children number 15. But every issue they've done since that one has been a prequel, basically telling you the story of Erica Slaughter and how she became who she is by the time you get to the first issue. And this one, you get introduced to a new character that we haven't seen before, really. And we also learn something about the process that the people go through when they join the House of Slaughter. There's a process. And in that process, Erica is different from anyone else who has ever done it before. And I don't want to say too much about it beyond that, but just know that anyone else who has tried to participate in the process under her circumstances always dies. Always. And it's not really a spoiler considering the fact that this is a prequel and we know she's alive and well in issue number 1. But yeah, just know that is why when you read that series, you're like, man, I wonder why she's so much more badass than some of the other hunters. That's why. But yeah, just the whole way they lay it out is just amazing. I'm also gonna cheat a little bit and say you should be reading Eternals number 6. Eternals number 6 was really fucking good this week. Eternals has been great every week, which is weird. I've never been a fan of the Eternals, like ever in life. I've never cared about Eternals comics, like ever in the history of ever. I can literally tell you right now, Eternals has never been on my radar. And this comic has consistently been good every week that it has come out. So I do highly recommend, if you have not done so already, please go check that comic out. I would not be surprised if the MCU movie pulls some inspiration from this run, even though technically it came out well after the fact, but they knew about what they were doing with it beforehand anyway. Yeah. But there's some stuff that happens, and I was just like, woo child. Woo child. Yes, actually, I have been following Daredevil. Yes. Dude, like I said, everything was lit this week, man.
Yeah.
Every book was fighting for my attention.
I really want to see Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil as a Netflix series just because I like how he's doing his Kingpin. I really want to see Vincent D'Onofrio with Chip Zdarsky's Kingpin stuff with Typhoid Mary and everything like that. I really, really like that stuff.
It's a very good series. I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, Chip Zdarsky's he's nominated for an Eisner.
Okay.
He's nominated for an Eisner Award for ongoing series with Daredevil. So yeah.
Okay.
So there's that. That's a thing. That is a thing that is happening. Carter, what is your Discord?
What is my Discord? My Discord is the Blerd Without Fear Discord. That's what I'm going.
I was fucking with you. Truth be told,
that's the Discord I'm primarily in. I had my Discord at one point when I was Twitch streaming, but then I realized there was really no fucking point to it. So yeah, if you want to look for me, 9 times out of 10, I'm in the Blerd Without Fear Discord. Just tag me in something. Just tag me. I don't care.
He'll just respond.
Pretty much.
He'll just respond.
Yep.
But no. So you talk about like the end, like what the ending to? Hold up. Let's see. Help me out because I was confused with that ending. If the ending if what you're talking about is there being
multiple fucking
like multiple bullseyes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they were experimenting on Bullseye and Ravencroft. So I mean, I just took it as though he just had a bunch of clones of himself made.
Which is a terrifying thought.
Right? Dude, why has no one thought to do that before, actually?
It did actually make a lot of sense in the scope of everything because he was killing apparently a lot of people quick.
Yeah, very quick.
Yeah, quite a few bodies in that book. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been a pretty solid, like, that book has been pretty damn solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eternal, yes. Oh, my God, Eternal number 6. Oh, my God. Dude, that shit had me shook.
Yeah.
That shit had me shook. Hey, Michelle O'Rourke, how are you doing? Say, hey, Blerd, how are you too? I missed your stream and glad I was able to catch you today. We are very glad you were able to catch it. I hope you are doing very well. Hope you're taking it easy, getting plenty of rest, drinking plenty of water, and all that good stuff. All the good things. Nothing but the good things. Nothing but the good things. None of the bad things. No, and it was the Red Royce that finally made it to see the live stream. Keep up. Hey, dude, we appreciate you making it. Thank you. Let's see here. What was the next one? There was one I was looking at that I feel like came up earlier that I missed. I'm not gonna read that one because Carter will cut his camera off again. Carter will cut his camera off again. I'm not gonna read it. Oh my God. But no, go ahead and keep like I said, go ahead, everybody. Keep putting your put your questions in. We're gonna keep reading questions for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna let's see what's a creaky bowl. Wait. So what do y'all think of Ben Reilly taking over as the Amazing Spider-Man? I think we talked about this like what was it last week? I'm indifferent to it. I don't have any.
I don't think we talked about that specifically. Is that a thing that's happening?
Yeah, that's the thing. We talked about it a little bit in questions, but just in passing. We were talking about like who cares about Ben Reilly or when was the last time anyone saw Ben Reilly? Yeah, that was why it came up. Basically, Ben Reilly is taking over Amazing Spider-Man, which I mean, I don't have any love particularly for Ben Reilly. I mean, I think he's all right.
I mean, to be completely honest, it'll probably last for a year, and then you'll get Peter back, just going off of what happened in Superior. So I mean,
yeah, Superior. If Superior Spider-Man is the metric to go by, that's exactly what you're gonna be getting.
Yeah,
dude, that is awesome. Here, I wanted to hi. Michelle said, "I'm sketching some art for my daughter's nursery. I'm hoping my boyfriend and I can hire someone to paint the sketches I'm drawing for theirs." That would be awesome.
That's dope.
Because that's dope. Like that would be like that would honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That is something I wish I could have done for my daughter. I wish I could have done that. That was actually an idea that we kind of thought about.
Yeah.
But I think like with everything that was going on, we got kind of like there was a lot. My daughter, my wife's pregnancy with her was a really weird one. It was a kind of a difficult pregnancy, so we all kind of wind up falling behind the 8 ball on that one. But man, that's something I wish I could have done. That's awesome.
Burtown Music Group, Ben Reilly back. That's when I first started reading Spidey. If you want, he's been back. He's been back. Yeah, go and look up the Clone Conspiracy. It was a few years ago with Amazing Spider-Man. That's when he came back. So just look up the Clone Conspiracy up until now, and you'll get your Ben Reilly fix.
Because he's been an Iron Man apparently as well.
Yeah.
He has been he has been in Iron Man as well, and something else I can't remember. There's some other things. He was in Damnation for a little bit, off and on. Let's see. Bill 93505 says, could the hero of Galador's remains in the unknown planet set up for a possible planet-sized X-Men #2? I don't know, but I definitely feel like there was some Rom the Space Knight vibes that were happening. Like they were definitely going to have some Rom the Space Knight. Like don't be surprised. I would not be shocked if they brought back Rom the Space Knight. I really would not be shocked. Okay. They brought back the Light of Galador. They brought back all this other stuff. They very Jerry Duggan went well and out of his way to highlight the whole Rom the Space Knight legacy. So yeah, I think so. Let's see here. I have a question.
Got some super
Why that
too.
machine never brought back the original Eternals?
That's for you because you're reading Eternals.
Well, okay. So apparently, apparently the machine is fucked up. There's something wrong with it. At least that's the way I read it. When they first reintroduced the Eternals with this more current run, a lot of it was basically just them saying, the machine is fucked up. As far as the original Eternals go, I feel like I said, I'm not incredibly familiar with the original squad, but I feel like the Eternals that have been there for the longest time are there. I could be wrong. I never really, like I said, never fucked with the original OG Eternals. It was just not my thing. I kind of felt like they were like, and to be fair, both, if I'm not mistaken, were created by Jack Kirby. And there's some similarities there. And New Gods was something that I encountered first. So when I saw the Eternals, I just felt like it was just more Jack Kirby being Jack Kirby. Let's see here. What property do you think would benefit from an animated series, video games, comics, and other things included? This is from LJ Brown. Personally, if we're going by anything that's current or like new, recent, I would not be against the idea of a Horizon Zero Dawn animated series. I wouldn't be against that. At least as far as like video games go. Comic book wise, I could not say. Because there's so many things that I feel like could do it. Tell you what, give me a new X-Men animated series. There you go. Just give me more X-Men. Give me a good one. Give me a good one. Give me a solid one. What about you, Carter?
Give me an action comedy anime based on God Hand.
That would be interesting. God, dude. That shit would be wild. That shit would be wild. I would love to see. I would like to see something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Was it Darius 21 says, who killed the Scarlet Witch? Well, the idea is that Magneto killed her, but the question is, did he actually killed her? Did he? Well, there are some reasons to think that it's not Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm of two minds about the death of the Scarlet Witch. I think that with the way that it's being handled, especially the way it's being talked about by other mutants, there's especially what we saw in Sword #7, and we also what we've seen in X-Men #1 by Jerry Duggan. Mm-hmm. Part of me wonders, like, there's a part of me that believes that yes, it was Magneto, and he did it to have her resurrected and to be made into a mutant, because that is a thing that can actually be done. Mr. Sinister has done it, so it's not that really far of a reach. Another part of me thinks that maybe it was Mystique who was, masquerading as Magneto and basically trying to make it hot for him, because if anybody would have a motive to set up Magneto, it would be her. But those are my two thoughts on it, and if either one happened, I would not be surprised. Let's see here. Do you have any hopes or expectations for the new Hardware comic coming out next month? Yes, actually, I'm very interested in Hardware, because he is the first Milestone Media hero, and I feel like they're going to do right by him. I like even seeing some of the preview pages. I actually will put. I can't say a whole heap of a lot right now. I will probably get a chance to read this before everyone else does. Matter of fact, you know what? While I'm sitting here, and talking out of my ass.
That's green as hell. You trying to see if you got that motherfucker already? That is.
I kind of need to look.
I actually
need to look. No, I have not received it yet, but I likely will because I will very likely be talking to the creative team this coming Thursday. Maybe, possibly. We'll see.
How come you guys don't talk about manga and anime?
Wait, what?
How come you guys?
Because
you don't talk about manga.
I don't read a lot of manga. I rarely ever read.
I'm not even looking at you, but I'm looking at you. I want to hear this answer, sir.
Well, yeah, I'll look at you and tell you the answer.
Don't really don't look at me, dog. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I don't read a lot. The reason why is because for one, I don't read a lot of manga. For two, I don't watch a lot of anime. I think I've been very vocal about this. I've kind of fallen off on anime hardcore because most anime that people are really into these days is shonen anime, and I just don't find shonen anime as interesting as I used to because I've seen how the sausage is made. Ugh. And once you see the formula, it's very difficult for me to unsee it. And I don't like a lot of the tropes that are in shonen anime. Yes, I am aware there are some anime that subvert those tropes, but I just don't really give two shits about a lot of the stories they're telling because usually it's about either some idiot savant who like when I say idiot savant, I'm talking about like characters like Naruto. Characters are kind of just not very bright, but like they're the star of the show and they're really good at what they do. I was
gonna say I know enough about anime to horribly mispronounce the names of the titles solely to make people I know who watch them angry. Like I called Naruto's son Burrito on several occasions.
Yeah.
When people talk about My Hero Academia, people get into a blood rage. It makes me laugh every time.
I mean, I'm not mad at you. I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to Japanese storytelling, you're more likely to catch me watching tokusatsu than watching anime because I don't know, for some reason, even though tokusatsu shares a lot of the same tropes as anime because they're technically not anime tropes, it's Japanese storytelling tropes. And that might be why I fell off of anime because not only did I used to watch a lot of anime, I watched a lot of tokusatsu, which is like Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Garo, stuff like that. The stuff that Power Rangers cribs off of. So I've watched so much of it that I've seen all the same Japanese storytelling tropes a million times over because I've watched over 20 some odd seasons of Kamen Rider, which come into like 45 to 50 episodes a pop. I've watched tons of Super Sentai, which also come into 45 to 50 episodes a pop. I've done this over and over again to the point like it's ad nauseum that when I see a Japanese storytelling trope that is overused, I'm just kind of like I start rolling my eyes and I start going to sleep. So that is why. Let's see. Coin Sumo with the $5 super chat says Ben Reilly is like Billy from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, who's going to be here in Memphis, I think, this week. He's okay, but always picked last, which is sad to me because Billy's a nice person. And the actor David Yost got bullied off of the show. Let's see. King Kunta with the $2 super chat says, would I be mad if Miles said the N-word? No, not at all. I would be disappointed. I'd be disappointed probably more than anything else, just because he hasn't said it up to this point, I don't think. So why now?
You about to get real mad at what I'm about to tell you. Well,
Oh,
maybe
what
you
happened?
will. Maybe you will. I'm looking in Discord questions right now because we have a shitload of them, so I don't know if we're going to be able to finish all of them today.
Oh, Lord.
But Rough Rider asked a specific question that you and I did not know because we were busy doing the Blerd Cave.
Oh, okay.
Bray Wyatt got released.
I heard something was going to be up with him, which now that makes me wonder where he's going to go.
Honestly,
where he's probably going to wind up going.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he had a contract like Aleister Black did, because Aleister Black was only out of work for a month and then went to the Cody Rhodes show.
Yeah. That was a fuck up on their part of WWE's. It was like something like a misprint or mistype or something like that.
Okay.
Art Aaron said, "Will you both be doing more Keeping It Plus Ultra?" Probably, most likely. I'll try to.
So I said this on Keeping It Plus Ultra, and I don't think people really understand like how random that was. We were both literally reading, or no, I had finished Icon and Rocket. He had finished Icon and Rocket, and we both started reading Static number 2 at the exact same time. That shit was so just impulse.
Right. Yeah, no. That was, that one was a little out of, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Because the thing was, I went to him and was like, look, I just finished reading this. I want to talk about this. Let's go do this. I went to him about this whole thing.
Yeah. No, he's like, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, all right.
Yeah, it was not planned. It was not put on the schedule. It was not on the agenda.
It just happened.
It up to him. He said, yeah, it just happened, and we fucking did it. But
That's
apparently you all liked it. Apparently you all liked it.
Hey, so there you go. Y'all like it, man. I don't mind doing more of it. The last Unicorn reboot. Yes. Because honestly, I don't think it needs to be rebooted. More importantly, I don't think the last Unicorn needs a reboot. That movie still holds up. I mean, I guess if you just, I don't know.
Is the Unicorn? Is that the one with Falcor?
No. This was an animated movie from way back in the day.
Wasn't Falcor a unicorn?
Falcor? No, he was. You thinking about that's never any story. Falcor was a luck dragon.
Oh, I knew that. I was just testing y'all.
Oh, okay. Chris Rapper says, I rewound the stream back to the beginning and saw the Rob from Comics Explains. He gave you guys a shout out before. Yes, he did. He's actually given me a shout out on multiple occasions, but I don't always catch them because I try not to watch everything he does. I don't like having other people's opinions color my opinions, even if it's unintentional. There's this thing called crypto memory, and it's where you see or hear something, and then to no fault of your own.
See, now you bringing up cryptocurrency on here. Come on, man.
I said memory. But no, it is a real thing. Like, you can hear or see something, and to no fault of your own, you adopt it as a new idea to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you forget about it, and then you don't remember why you have this opinion about something or why you have the idea to do this. And to you, it's an original idea, but it's actually something you heard or saw someone do before, and you just forgot about it. Like, it's a thing that it happens more often than people realize. And I don't like getting my ideas that way. So that's why I watch Rob, but I usually wait till I have read everything I'm going to read for a week. Or if I see he's got a video about something, I want to get my, if it's something that I am going to do, I want to get my opinion out of my head first before I hear his. Cause I don't want to be like, well, I'm going to say it this way, but wait a minute. They're like, wait, that's the exact same thing that Rob said. Y'all about to do that shit to me. Nope. Not about to catch me. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so where is it? I literally was just looking at it. Oh my god. Where? Oh, damn. I just lost everything. Yeah, okay. Chat just jumped up on me. Sorry, y'all. Bitcoin or Mysterium? Mysterium. That is the currency of the galaxy. Please and thank you. Do y'all remember when they sold comics at the corner store with the clerk harassing anytime you tried to read before buying, complaining about fingerprints, and if you were black, they'd continue to watch you? Yes, I used to get them from the corner store, Walgreens. Interesting sidebar. I bought Youngblood #1 from a Walmart. We were sitting in line at the checkout at a Walmart, or maybe it was a Kmart. I can't remember which. It was a Mart. And they had Youngblood. Like the way they do the grading for for comics, like when they put them in that plastic fucking contraption that is airtight. They had it in one of those. And my mom bought it for me because I begged for it because I thought it looked cool because I saw was a Shaft and at the time his name was Bedrock, but he was Bad Rock now. And then what was it? I saw Chapel because he was from Spawn, and I was like, oh man, this is awesome. Can I get this? And I literally begged my mother for it, and she bought it for me. And yeah, I have no clue where that is now. Yeah, and I do agree with you, Birdtown, about the Miles thing. I would feel it would be more the writer, not the character. That's kind of how it would come off to me. I would imagine it's probably how it would come off to a lot of people. I would hope. But yeah, there's that. Let's did you hear about the AEW Domino's controversy? This is we're about to jump into questions from the Discord. Yes, I did. Domino's is apparently furious. Did you see the match, Carter? Did you see the match? I cannot hear you.
I didn't see the match, but I saw it on YouTube, and literally right when Jericho got the pizza cutter to the head, boom, you see that $5.99 Domino's special. I bust out laughing.
Dude, that shit killed me. Because you could have timed it any better. But apparently Domino's has said, no, we disavow all of this. And they're apparently reconsidering their partnership with AEW.
Which is funny because people loved the timing.
Dude, I ordered a pizza. After I was like, man, dude, pizza. I was like, man, I really want some pizza right now.
Oh God. Do you know how many times in the old Attitude Era, especially like WC, there was always some woman getting like sidewalk slammed, and then it would cut to a commercial of somebody snapping into a Slim Jim just like she got slammed.
Look, or like a Maybelline commercial will come on and be like,
dude.
You know how many times we saw Miss Texas Jacqueline titties pop out live on free TV?
I never
and then turn around and see a commercial for Lane Bryant. Oh, good God, Lord. I'm sorry.
My head hurts, sir. I'm going to need you to stop. I never liked Miss Jacqueline. Miss Jacqueline always looked like this dude that owed me money. I never liked Miss Jacqueline. I would always think about the dude and get mad.
Dude, you gotta love Miss Texas, man. She was awesome.
I swear to God, Miss Texas looked like a nigga that owed me money. I was so mad every time I saw that man. Every time I saw Miss Jacqueline, I used to get heated. We got a 1999 super chat from Jonathan Moda saying, "Get those motherfucking likes up. Thank you for the great content, honest opinions, and direct talk to what's happening in the world today. You are welcome, sir."
You are welcome, and thank you for that 1999 super chat.
You had to get one.
I had to get it. I wasn't gonna let one slide. I couldn't let one slide, sir. We got one from Kay Garrick says, how much would you have to get paid to smash Tommy Lauren. Note, I have gotten soft in the mouths of females I found annoyed, so I can't see myself getting hard to her.
So
first off, before I say anything, and after
Danger.
So if someone paid me, I would hate fuck her. There you go. It would take a lot of money though, because it would be a Herculean task.
Danger.
For those who don't know who I'm talking about Tommy Lauren, who, God help us all, she is a terrible human being. She is a racist woman who is a Republican. She basically, a lot of people she has been jokingly called Nazi Barbie on multiple occasions. She's one of those chicks, like, here's the funny thing about Tommy Lauren. She's actually not an unattractive looking woman. This has nothing to do with attractiveness. This has nothing to do with how I feel about her on a level of attraction. It's her beliefs that make me not like her. She's the type of woman who, you remember how like people will always bring up MLK when talking about how black people need to be doing stuff, like when people talk about Black Lives Matter, oh, they're going about the wrong way. Why can't they be like MLK? She's one of them motherfuckers. She's one of the motherfuckers that whenever like black people do anything, like when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, she literally had a tirade where she was just going the fuck off. Like, just like literally. And when she goes off, she is not a pretty woman. Like, and she talks really fast. She has a very annoying voice. And yeah, you would have to, like, I'm going to tell you now, Carter, total honesty. You'd have to give me $1 billion. You'd have to give me $1 billion. There's no way I could do it for anything less than $1 billion. I'm sorry. I just couldn't.
Okay. So 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
1, I did not know I had this ability on the Discord, but we're going to go ahead and send that question to the Shadow Realm is what we're going to do. That's the first thing we're going to do. The second thing we're going to do is answer that question, because we ain't going to talk about what he said after he asked that question. When it comes to Tommy Lauren, just give me $160, because that's how much the Elgato mic cost that Ernie told me I need to buy. It ain't gonna really take a lot for me, ass is ass, to be completely honest with you guys. Tommy Lauren is kind of a small girl, so I think one stroke from me would probably send her to the gulag. But yeah, $160 and I'd be good. 160, I'd be fine.
Wait, so Carter, what you're telling me is that all you gotta do is give her the left stroke. And y'all, I killed Carter. I killed him. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I think I did Carter in. I'm sorry. Wait, wait, did she fuck Charlemagne? I think she did. Oh God. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Had a moment. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, anyway, let me keep answering these questions. Okay, says It says, let's see here. Here's another one from the Discord. Says, I came across the rumor that some, if not all of the characters in the Marvel Netflix show will be slowly rolled into the mainstream MCU and upcoming Disney Plus shows and movies. Here's my question. How would y'all like this to be handled? What characters would y'all want to see show up in what shows and movies, e.g. Luke Cage and She-Hulk or Cloak and Dagger and Ironheart? I mean, if that is going to be the case, if they're actually going to go that route, which, I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't, or at least why it couldn't happen. I mean, other than contract disputes and scheduling. But I wouldn't mind seeing Luke Cage pop up in She-Hulk. That would be a good idea. I also wouldn't mind seeing Luke Cage pop up in Moon Knight. Just as a one-off. Daredevil in She-Hulk is money. That's easy. I would not mind seeing Cloak and Dagger and Ironheart. I also would not mind seeing the Runaways pop up in something like Ironheart or Miss Marvel, for that matter. Punisher in Moon Knight would also work for me. I could also see Punisher work in She-Hulk. That could also be interesting and unusual. What else? Jessica Jones, another one that would be really awesome for just about any show. She-Hulk or whatever. It could work either way. Let's see here. I'm probably still gonna be laughing about this later. Most likely. I apologize. I normally am better than this. Urban Prince of Strong Style says, why doesn't Black Panther align himself with Krakoa? I mean, after after that Wakanda war, he would align with mutants, but he doesn't. I feel like he's using the Wakanda does not need mutant drugs or metal as excuse for something, but I want to know why. The reason why is because Wakanda does not want to be beholden to any other country for anything. That's a lot of it. And technically speaking, I think I think that has the majority to do with it, is not wanting to have that level of tie to another country or another entity. However, you would think if Black Panther and Storm were under better circumstances now, which is such a weird thing because I feel like there was no communication between the creative teams covering X-Men in regards to what Jonathan Hickman and Ta-Nehisi Coates. I feel like there was no communication because if you go by the Black Panther series, it seemed like Storm and Black Panther were just fine. And then you go to the X-Men side of things and they're on the rocks. And it's like, I feel like there's no communication. And I feel like if there was less of this schizophrenic, or rather in this case, a bipolar way of handling that situation, I feel like we would have gotten something better. But that's just me. Jay Dizzle. Jay Dizzle has a question. Discord says, if there was a character you would guess to get clapped in Suicide Squad, which ones would it be? I wonder if in a twist is Peacemaker and he gets that show to flesh out his story more. I wouldn't be surprised by Peacemaker. I would not be surprised by Polka Dot Man. I would also not be surprised by The Thinker. And I would also not be surprised by Bongal or Javelin. I think a lot of the characters in this are going to die. I think a lot of the characters in this movie are going to die. There are certain characters we just don't see a lot of. I would not be surprised if Michael Rooker's character, Savant, would be surprised if he gets clapped. There's too many characters in it that I feel like are going to wind up getting iced very early on. or even later on. But I also wouldn't be. And now, if we're talking about a character that I think that most people would probably think is safe, Ratcatcher 2. I wouldn't be surprised if Ratcatcher 2 caught it. I would not be surprised. Let's see here. We got one from the homie Yasuke. Says, what up, Ernie and Carter? Hope y'all are doing well. Are y'all going to be playing / streaming Marvel's Avengers when the Black Panther DLC drops? A lot of people have been streaming it lately, and a lot of its bugs are now fixed, especially since there's a lot of content now rather than when it launched. I may get a copy at some point. Kate Bishop and Black Panther look like a ton of fun to play. Also, Kate, you stop asking people that question. Okay, so real talk. Yes, I probably will be. Here's the thing. Despite bugs and flaws, I actually really didn't have a whole heap of a lot of problem with the Avengers video game, outside of feeling like there was not a lot of black and brown representation outside of Kamala Khan. That was really my biggest criticism. They've changed a lot of things in regards to that. You can actually have more than one instance of different characters. Like originally you couldn't play as, like if you wanted to play the Hulk and someone else wanted to play the Hulk, you'd have to take, sides on who was going to play who. And that was kind of the reason why some of the DLC they were making was what it was. The reason why some of the DLC characters seemed like palette swaps was because they wanted to be able to say, oh, well, you want to play a Hulk, but Hulk, someone's already picking Hulk, but you can play She-Hulk. That was kind of the reason why I did that. It's kind of the same way they did Hawkeye. Like, oh, well, somebody wants to play Hawkeye, but well, that person's already got Clint, but you can have Kate. That was kind of the idea behind that. And when the Black Panther DLC comes out, everybody's going to want to play Black Panther. So you'll probably see a whole gang of Black Panthers. I don't know what Carter's plans are for it. I plan on playing it. I like the game a lot. I've never changed my opinion about it. I just don't play it as much because I don't know a lot of people that play it. But yes, I do plan on. And then we got one from Ed Boy in the cuts. Says, why do you think Marvel and DC don't come up with more brand new characters and really push the new characters that they do have? We need to get back to the 60s where they had anthology books like Amazing Fantasy and Journey into Mystery, where they introduced a lot of new characters and see what sticks. That, I think, is a great way to do things, but Marvel and DC have gotten so far away from that mindset. It's like we forget where these characters came from. Like, you still have Action Comics and Detective Comics, but they've become more synonymous with the characters that were famous from them. Journey into Mystery is one of those things that pops up only every once in a blue moon when they have something specific to like tie into something. Amazing Fantasy, we don't get that anymore. We don't get Tales to Astonish. We don't get those anymore. I think that would be a great idea, honestly. I would love if they brought back some of those series, because why not? Why not bring those back? Yeah, because then you could tell new stories. You tell stories that don't have anything to do with major characters. You could create you could create new entities and new things for people to fall in love with, just like they did in the past. I mean, I would love it, me personally. But yeah, anyway. No, I played a clip and it Carter had to go. He just had to go. We're just gonna we'll just leave it at that. But no, I will say, if you're wanting to check, if you're wanting to check in on, if you're wanting to check in on what Carter's been up to, go check him out on the, go check him out on his channel. Carter Presents. I don't know if he actually changed the name of it yet. That would be an interesting thing to see. I'm actually going to look and see if he actually changed the name. No, he has not changed the name of his channel. But if you are looking for Carter's channel, there it is in the chat now. I'm going to try and get back to doing some more stuff. I just released a new video under my video game channel If you want to go check that out, the link is also in the chat as well. Check it out if you so desire. I've only put up a couple of videos, but I'm gonna start streaming some video games again and be uploading the VODs from we're actually I'm back. I rescinded my stance about Twitch. I'm gonna go ahead and just start streaming on Twitch, uploading the VODs to that channel or any relevant videos to that channel. It'll just kind of be a place for that. Since Twitch gets rid of things. And yeah. Long Halloween, I've not watched yet, but I do plan on watching it this weekend with the wife because I think she expressed an interest in wanting to watch it. So there's certain things I watch on my own time, other things I watch with her. Depends on what it is. But yeah, other than that, not a whole heap of a lot else going on. I think that is pretty much the show. Yep, that is the show right there. So yeah. Thank you, everybody, for making this an amazing episode. As always, it's always an amazing episode. So I don't know what I'm saying, but y'all are awesome. Thank you guys so much for being amazing. Getting those likes up, of course. Also, we got new patrons during the show, which also Varen and Nigel Griffin. Thank you so much for that. That is incredibly awesome of you guys to do so, especially even in the middle in the middle of the show, no less. I'll be adding you to the video that we do at the end of every episode of not episode of, but every video that other than the Blerd Cave. Probably should start putting that on the ends of Blerd Caves too. Well, we'll get to that. We'll have to edit that in somehow or figure it out. But that said, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. We did drop a video earlier, so make sure to go check that out. There's another video that's going to be coming out, maybe, if not later today, then tomorrow. And we got some other stuff that's on the horizon as well. So make sure to keep your eyes peeled for those things. Also, look forward to more Keeping It Plus Ultras with Blerd and Carter. We'll probably be doing those in between the times that we have interviews or just be doing them just period. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't quite gotten the word on how that's all going to play out. Otherwise, we got I think we got I think we did it. This is the show. We did it. And you know what? One more time for your minds. We will definitely we'll definitely be talking about hardware, all that good stuff. Don't worry. I'm out of here like the fat kid in Dodgeball. We are